How do I sound? Do I sound okay? Do I sound alright? I should sound crispier. I was too bumped up last stream. I rewatched it, and it was like it was peaking and crackling. It should sound a lot better. Rai, how you doing? Only okay, thank you. Super appealing. Wow, Tim shuts the doors. Thank you. They're calling soon. I'll be able to watch tonight. That's fine. You came here for a second, and that's fine. Unappealing. I don't even think you are, Casey. Not even maybe. Crispy, crisp, good. I'll take it. Squirrel guy, possum's looks. Gary Bucinator, you're rubbing your hands and sticks together, making a fire. Nice. Listen, I got off work today at 7:45. I cooked dinner as fast as I could, and then I threw this thing together. So it's going to be great, because that's how things go. What I have for dinner, I had a handful. I had a whole block of cheese. Well, it's almost the weekend, and it's Friday. It's pretty much Friday. At this point, it's Friday. You know, anything going on? What's everybody doing this week? I never ask how you're all doing. What are you doing this weekend, everyone? Let me know what you're doing this weekend. I need to know. I have to know. You're sad. Dabs. Nice. At least you're honest. Be safe out there. Watching your stream on Sunday. Wow, short my wire. You're just going to sleep until 9 p.m. on Sunday? I don't blame you. Working. Maybe it's Casey. Maybe it's Casey works. Because at a little odd jobs at the gas station, you know. Final Fantasy 9. Is that the one with the guy with the big hat? I never played that one. I played 7, 8, and 10. And like 1, 2, and 3. But 1, 2, and 3 did not hold my attention. Fia Meta Violetta, how you doing? You'll be working too. It's alright. Everybody's working on the weekends sometimes. Sometimes I work on the weekends. This stream is work, but it's fun work. Well, I got a bunch of bots that followed me 2 days ago, it looks like. We're going to start in 2 minutes, everybody. 2 minutes. I hope there's some good callers tonight. Don't be afraid to call in. Because here's the thing. We're talking about your memories. This is just, it's one elaborate ploy to get you to think about things. Haas. T-2. Never thought about things. Never thought, period. Head empty. Ought to live. I think, I look at my cat and I think, you have no idea what the state of the world is. Ooh, let's get, hold on. Forgot to open something. Doesn't know the state of the world. Doesn't know any math, but also eats the same meal every day and loves it. Maybe I shouldn't have done a memory stream then. Look at all these idiots. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, let's do this theme. Oh, I can't remember anything. I'm just kidding. You are valued. You are seen. I love all of you. It doesn't matter if you can't remember anything. You can think of a memory and just think of the oldest one you have. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it was when you saw Meet the Deedles. Your mom took you to see Meet the Deedles. Or maybe you were looking for Good Burger, but it wasn't out yet. Remember that when we wouldn't know? Well, maybe some of you don't. There used to, and in space, how you doing? There used to be a point. It is 9:10. Let's go. Of course, now I have to urinate immediately. All right, dog check, covered by socks. Pants check, I have pants on. Shirt check, I've got a shirt on. I'm too tall in this frame. What happened? How's it going, everybody? It's Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. I hope you're drinking something. My mom only drinks Diet Coke. She hasn't had water in years. It makes me nervous. It makes me Boy, my hair looks like garbage. No one told me. There we go. My mom only drinks Diet Coke. She doesn't drink anything but Diet Coke, and I worry for her because I think, how do you get your water? Oh, there's water in Diet Coke. Your earliest memory was acting in We Sing in Sillyville. The cat's on this. Phone lines are not open yet. We're gonna let the phone lines bake for a little bit. We're baking it in the oven. I look a little washed out. This is too close because of the HoverStream. I hope you all enjoyed HoverStream. I'm all right. Nothing bursts into flames. I need to find someone who can repair my hoverboard. That's much better. Wow. Look at what a little bit of messing with the lighting will do. I consider myself good with lighting now. Dude, you gotta hydrate her. I know. I don't know if I need to force feed. Maybe when she goes to bed, I'll just inject her with water. That's like what doctors do. It looks great. Blockbuster is my fondest memory. Yeah, okay, so the thing about Blockbuster used to be, I would just watch this, by the way. So someone comment on it, please. You wouldn't know when movies were hitting Blockbuster. You would go in, you could, right? You could go in and ask them, or sometimes they have you get a booklet or something. Or you'd have to watch a commercial that said it'd be available. But a lot of times, Kai Busan, thank you so much for the sub, and thank you, Dear Koningston. I know you're not here because you're on Wi-Fi or you're on your phone or something. Blockbuster, getting a DVD copy of. See, that's going to Blockbuster and getting a DVD. Come on, Tim, what are you doing? Almost time to birth my worm. What does that mean? Taking a shit? Do you remember popcorn candy baskets at the checkout? I remember, yeah, they would upcharge that popcorn. I remember, back to my story, going in and asking if they had Good Burger. I went in every couple days. No, we don't have it yet. But I was like, but it says on the television that it should be out right now. But I guess my Blockbuster was not as privileged as other Blockbusters because they kept turning me away. And I remember the day that I could rent Good Burger. I don't know why I liked Good Burger so much. It's a good movie. I saw the cassette tape, and does anybody remember, the VHS tape. Does anyone remember what was so incredibly important about that VHS tape? Right to real, yes. It was orange. Commercials, I don't remember the commercials. See, you have a better memory than I. What were the commercials? It was rewinded. That was nice. Yeah, that would always be something, you know. And I guess you could check it. Because the spool on the left... Wait. Yeah, the spool on the left would be thicker than the right. And apparently they would charge you. I remember rewinding, but I don't think... They owed me, because they didn't have... The burger movie. Good Burger. It was actually a burger on my stepmom's wedding. If it was actually Good Burger on my stepmom's wedding. I love stuff like that. You gotta do that more in life. I was at the vet getting Midna a checkup. The doctor goes down to scan my cat's stomach because of the chip. And I asked, how much does she cost? And everyone laughed. And then the vet dropped the device onto Midna's kennel. Because it was so funny, the Jinjos are working. It was orange. And then the next time I'll be there, if I have a different vet, and that vet scans it, I will ask if she rang up as bananas. There's a million different kinds of jokes you can do at the vet, especially when they scan your pet. And feel free to use those jokes if you want to use them. Again, scanned it and said, how much does she cost? Scan it and say, wow, she's on sale. Scan it and say, rang up as bananas. It doesn't matter. Free device. Is eating that little black marshmallow. What does that mean? Is that your earliest memory, eating a marshmallow? That's a good memory. The Jinjo's work trip. There wasn't a dad joke. This person was probably around and they laughed. I feel like dad jokes. The women at the counter, they're pretty old. They laughed. I'm good. I need to start doing nursing homes. I got to start doing my comedy at nursing homes because I feel like I can write a great set. I'll write it and they're gonna be like, oh my god, is that Johnny Carson on? Is it who's like an old person? Who's like Crosby? He was a comedian or something. They laughed uncomfortably. No. It wasn't. At first, their look was like, what? And then they got it, and then they laughed. I know what an uncomfortable... Bill Crosby. Adulthood when you're same age as your vet. That's true. That was kind of funky. And here's the thing. The vet was great. But I am at the point now where I'm like, am I going to trust younger people to tell me about my cat right here? Again, we're on the Countach, going 69 miles an hour down Biscayne Boulevard, Miami, Florida. About this cat right here. You know? I trust you. I trust you to tell me if something's wrong. Oops, I poked her nose and she sneezed. My mic is bunged up. How about now? Does it sound okay? Open my phone lines. They're not open yet. You can't just call me and harass me the first minute and then leave. You need to enjoy. It's a conversation first. Because otherwise, I don't get to ask people how they are and explain what we're doing tonight. It sounds good, thank you. What's happening tonight? Think of your earliest childhood memory. I'll say mine at the end, or if you ask me, I'll just randomly tell you childhood memories. I remember one of them. I remember a couple of them. One of them is my oldest, because I remember it vividly. We don't have any footage of it. That's what you got to ask yourself. Do you have footage? Did you see it one time in your, like, home videos or something? We don't have it on home videos. I know this place existed, and we went there, and now we'll open up the phone lines. No, we want to. True, Scoop has a good story. Yeah, and I believe that Scoop has a good story. All right, phone lines are open. Let's get a good refresh in there. My cat's licking my fingers. Midna Void. It's Midna's middle name. Thank you everyone for joining me again. Get it wet first. What does that mean? She's biting me now. Hey, can I answer the call, please? Are you going to give me an option to answer the call?
Call from
Hungry Muffin.
Ooh, too slow, Scoob. Ungly Muffin,
What?
how you doing? Stop biting me.
I forgot to remember to forget.
Nickelback guy, how's it going? You forgot what?
I forgot to remember to forget.
Explain that to me. Sounds wise.
It's like when you have a bad memory and you want to get it away, but you don't want to forget the lessons of that memory.
I know, Ungoy has it down to a science too. Don't worry, you'll get in, I promise. And something tells me you don't have anything better going on right now with all you people, you beautiful people. I love you all. Civic TV, thank you so much for sending your 7 amazing people here. Please, can I get a shout out for Civic TV? Civic TV does great stuff. I think Civic TV does really nice stuff. Thank you, and thank you for everyone that's
He's
joining.
handsome too. He's extremely handsome.
Ooh, Ungoy Muffin, I did not know that.
Yeah, he's extremely handsome. Yes.
I did not know that. Now, Ungoy Muffin, what is something that you wanted to forget, but you have to hang on to because you don't want to forget it?
Yeah, I'm like trauma. I'm digging out all the trauma. I gotta I'm in my imaginary beach in my head. I'm in my mind palace, trying to dig out the memories that I buried of all the trauma that I experienced in my youth. I probably don't want to forget how to poo.
Nickelback,
Probably a
guy
good
69. Fucking dumb. Now, Ongoing Muffin, I don't want you to talk about anything. And for everyone that wants to call in tonight, you don't have to.
Golfing trauma.
You don't have to talk about something traumatic if you don't want to. But if you do want to talk about something.
For 18 years, every Saturday morning, I was forced to play golf instead of watching Saturday morning cartoons. And my dad would always yell at me for not hitting the ball right every Saturday.
Because you were hitting the bong every Saturday.
Yeah. Why is a sleepy kid not playing golf right?
And you got to get up early on Sunday for church. You just wanted to sleep. Yeah. You just needed some sleep, didn't you?
Yeah, no. So on my Saturday and Sunday were just I don't have one. That was a Friday night basically, because I had to sleep to get up Saturday.
Gotta sleep, you gotta get up Saturday. Alright, so you're playing golf. Your dad wants you to play golf. Were you good at golf?
Yeah, I just captain of the golf team in high school. But it's no longer fun anymore. It's not it's just a thing.
How far can you drive the ball? Ongoing Muffin.
Just more than 300 yards.
Okay, so PGA Tour. Okay, more than Tiger Woods. Yeah. Okay, very nice. I see why he wanted you to play golf if you're hitting the ball that far.
Yeah, that was at my peak. That's when I didn't have the anxiety of disappointment.
I don't even think
for fun.
Bowser from Mario Golf can hit it that far.
I think Bowser's a good dad. He loves his son Bowser Jr. very much.
Bowser is daddy and loves Sex 9000.
All the Koopa kids. He adopted the Koopa kids, you know?
All the Koopa kids. That's true, you know. He's got a bunch of kids, but where is his wife? They never talk about that. Who birthed the Kooplings?
Shigeru Miyamoto confirmed that Bowser laid the egg.
You're blowing my mind right now. It's making me rethink my whole childhood. It's making me rethink what Bowser is, because that means that Bowser is able to slough off offspring. Is Bowser celibate?
Bowser Jr. is the only offspring of Bowser. The Koopa kids are all adopted.
That's true, I did assume.
But it is a sense of asexual kind of reproduction.
That's what I was going to say. So it's asexual reproduction. Does that make Bowser... Because Bowser is a dragon, right?
It's a kind of what's it called? When the lizards lay eggs, reptile.
Yeah, but someone has to fertilize it. He can't fertilize it himself.
I don't know. No, there's displays in real life where reptiles lay eggs without mating and stuff.
Bowser and his orangutan in a dragon suit. Surrogate. These are all really good. A turtle. No, he's not. These are all really good.
It's called parthenogenesis. Like just it's just they just lay an egg without any fertilization whatsoever by the males.
Yeah, but and the eggs hatch into something?
Yeah, into the usually lizards and snakes lay it, and then more lizards and snakes come out.
This world. That's why you need Discovery Channel and perhaps Discovery Plus after April 11th. Wouldn't Discovery Plus be something, Ongoing Muffin?
Are you sponsored by Discovery Plus? Is this still a sponsorship? I watch the Discovery Channel a lot. It relates back to my earliest memory.
He does have a show. He breathes fire.
I used to watch the Discovery Channel a lot in my childhood bedroom, and then we all fall asleep together watching Discovery Channel.
There used to be this show, Ongoing Muffin, on the Discovery Channel. There was a lizard.
Top 10?
No. That one's pretty good, though. I do like Top 10. Top 10 is really good. It's fun to play at a party when you're all drinking, and there's a projector, and you can project it on the wall. It's fun to play for people, because people just love Top 10, especially Top 10 by Watch Mojo. You ever seen Top 10s by Watch Mojo?
Yeah. Everyone has. I remember seeing Tom Holland getting excited when they realized the interviewer they were talking to was the Watch Mojo girl that said the top 10 stuff.
Yeah.
That was interesting because I didn't know that she was a real person. She was just a voice. Just I am to you.
Mojo is a person?
I'm pretty sure. Why would they? What's we're trying to watch them? I don't know.
Ongoing Muffin, what color are your eyes?
What's the difference between hazel and brown? I don't know.
What's the first CD that you ever owned?
Probably the Pokemon movie Jirachi Wishmaker.
Which version of Pokemon did you own? Of the original?
First one was Pokemon Ruby. Then my first thought was Torchic, and then my friends at the Pokemon Coliseum one gave me their Jirachi, so I had a Jirachi and Torchic as my son.
I'm such an old man, Ongoing Muffin. Mojo Jojo. Ongoing Muffin.
This
last
is 2006.
Question. Infinite Voice, Limp Bizkit. Very nice. What I'm doing is I'm prompting you to think back into your memory banks. I'm going to ask you one more question, and then I'm going to ask you the grand question, which is the reason that we're here tonight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Ongoing Muffin, what was the first theme park that you ever went to?
It was
Pokemon
like
Mice, Major Grunge.
It was the Disney in... hold on, I'm a Floridian. I'm so stupid.
That's true. I am too. We're stupid.
Well,
we're stupid
Disney
people.
World.
Everyone from Florida is stupid people, especially people from Miami.
I'm pretty sure it was Disney World, but it wasn't the magic. It's like that place where Disney Springs was originally at, where they had the Legoland Dragon and the
Toontown.
Rainforest
You're thinking of
Cafe.
Toontown.
Yeah, when Toontown was there, yeah.
I made you drink Jack Daniels. It cost $43 per shot. What are you talking about? Kid Rock Cruise? That's wild. Now, Ongoing Muffin, for the grand question tonight, what is your earliest memory?
My earliest memory was waking up in our parents' beds, because the beds were close together. We all sleep together. Usually in Asian households, the kids always sleep with the parents still.
Maybe I was Asian.
And they were. I don't know where Jewish people are Asians or not. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't have enough authority to make enough good information on that. But I woke up from my parents' bed, and then I started just to and it's all pitch black, to remind you. And I started walking to the closest light source, which was the power outlets underneath the computer desk. So what I was playing with a bunch of computer wires in the dark. And like 8 a.m. in the morning.
That could have been your last memory if you did it incorrectly.
Oh, yeah. I know. Because, and then the next thing I remember was someone opened the door, and then someone picked me up, and then there was this huge party going on. And it was like, oh, this is your uncle. Like, oh, this is your auntie. This is your grandpa Romeo. And it's like, this is Lola, la 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 la. And then I remembered touching dirt in a little pond next into our house, which was covered by a screen door.
Maybe Kid Rock.
And then I tried to eat. And then I tried to eat the dirt. And then I went back inside my parents' bedroom, and then I discovered manga.
Wow. What a memory indeed.
The manga was I love you, but it's for AI. And I'm pretty sure my brother got it.
Let's draw this. First of all, Ungo, you have quite an impressive memory. You remembered quite a bit. My first memory, I can only remember, it almost looks like a photograph in my head.
A photograph? There's not even, a bunch of images, just a photograph. Of what?
Well, I don't want to spoil my first memory. It's not even that good of a memory.
Don't spoil it.
But I don't want to spoil it because I want people to stick around, and I want to increase the average watch time of my stream so that my ancestors look favorably upon me.
Well, what's your first memory of darkness?
Garfield's first memory? What'd you say?
What was your first memory of darkness?
First memory of darkness. I used to... You know how when light is really low, you can start to, see things in it?
Yeah.
I want to say that it was in one of my very old houses, and is this correct? Yes, it is. I'm drawing fingers.
Don't forget the desk. The desk is the most important part. A lot of other stuff after the desk that could have been just memories being combined together. But me underneath the desk playing around with plugs and whatnot, that was the one I remember the most.
Wow, this could have ended so poorly for you, Ongoing Muffin.
I know. I could have literally just put it in my mouth and died.
Well, that's what I'm going to draw. But anyways, I remember in low light situations you can kind of see floaters and stuff. And I remember my brain, yeah. I had a nightmare, and I too was in my parents' room. Although I did not grow up in an Asian household. But I too was there because I had a nightmare. And I remember seeing a shark swimming. I was in between my parents, and I remember a shark swimming in the unknown, and I was still kind of freaked out.
Are you sure that wasn't a dream?
No, it was hey, Biscuit Oreo. Is that it? Biscuit Oreo. Thank you so much for getting sleepy with us. I hope you enjoy the stream. No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Get a bunch of milk.
Milk.
So it's Oreo.
Did you have teeth at this time?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it's teeth.
Okay.
I just have teeth now.
This is a good learning opportunity. How old did you stop sleeping in the same room as your parents?
You know what? I'm just gonna say it because I no longer do it. So that's good. I'm gonna say, how old was I when I was how old was junior year in high school? I didn't have hair back then. When did I graduate? 12? No, that's not it. That can't be right. That was older than that. 16? Yeah, 16. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Because
Interesting.
their shower was nicer than mine. Yeah, their shower was much nicer than mine. Because their shower heads come from the side of the wall, not like from the top.
What the hell am I
Like
doing
a-
here?
I don't know. I don't know why.
Interesting.
Plugs.
I like
I
that.
still do that. I still do it. I still bite things. So my most recent memory and the memory, the earliest one, latest one, they're not that far off from each other. I don't sleep with them. That's weird. That's weird, Squirrel Guy. That's weird.
Squirrel guy being
But I did
weird.
remember. He's being weird. I'm just gonna ban him because of Lamont.
No! You can be a little cheeky in this chat. I don't care. Don't get power hungry.
I get hungry for wires though.
You are hungry for wires. This image
I'm
is
hungry
looking
for
good, I'm not gonna lie.
electrical power, power of electricity. You know. You know.
Did you ever eat or drink something you shouldn't have, and then your mom had to call poison control?
Multiple people said things that I shouldn't be eating or be chewing on, but my parents never tried to control poison control because I had acid reflux as a kid, so I would just vomit anyway. I would put a bunch of paper and just eat the paper. Like if I got a bad, I just ate the homework. I just straight up ate the homework and stuff. And but that's not what usually caused me to vomit. Usually causing me to vomit or just me just like eating regular food because I had acid reflux as a kid. So I was physically hungry all the time, and I was pretty skinny as a kid. From SpongeBob.
Interesting. 69, 12, 16. Please take another caller. Infinite. I will. Ongoing muffin.
I'm terrified.
Is this you? Does this look like you as a kid eating a bunch of wires under a desk?
I like the fact that he gave me stripes as a kid, as I never got that opportunity, and that so that means a lot to me. Thank you.
You mean a lot to me. Don't eat wires. That's a great memory. You have a great memory. You're gonna end up being an awesome person, I think.
Oh, thank you. You too. You're already an awesome person. Okay.
All right.
Sweet dreams, dream big, guys. I love you
Sweet
guys.
dreams.
Peace out.
Rad call. That is a rad draw. We're drawing rad things tonight. It helps when I think about it beforehand and I really truly listen. I truly listen.
Call from
Tallulah Shorts.
Hey, you got through.
Oh, we got through?
Yes.
No way.
I'm here.
Hold on. Hi. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Midna's chilling here.
Nice drawing of cable eaters.
Yes, this is cable eating Ungwe Muffin. Apparently Ungwe Muffin remembers this moment and the entire, like a whole 12 hours of this moment. My first memory, it literally looks like a faded photograph in my head.
Oh, thank you, Lyle, for calling me a legend. I appreciate it.
Wow.
Wait, Scoob has a... What?
I'm not doing that.
Are you...
Wait, okay, no, we don't have a better.
Oh, well,
I'm not
mine's
doing that.
boring.
I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that.
Okay, fine. We're all here. We've been grilling today. Someone just tagged. I'm going to tag me. Said Scoop, do it.
Grill with us.
Yeah, you were supposed to grill with us. We made pineapple and chorizo. We made skirt steak. It was real good. Oh, Charlie's about to head out.
Yep, I'm leaving.
Eat, dine, and dash. The old Charlo story.
Pretty much. But we wanted to call in and say hi. Just
Hello.
because we're all watching.
Thank you for all watching it. Let's go through.
You got a memory? Why are you asking everyone their memories? What's your memory? Creep, what's your memory?
I don't want to give it away. I want to talk about my memory in a couple calls, not the second one.
So you're saying your memory is supposed to be some sort of grand reveal, like it's special?
Yeah. Did you? No, because I know everyone's going to ask me for it, and I want people to think, oh, what? I'll share a couple memories that I've had. Do you want to hear a memory I had?
Yes.
But you can't blow the load on caller 2.
I know,
Oh, true.
jeez.
Yeah, you're
Well,
right.
I won't talk about my oldest one. I will talk about a memory. I am at the New Hope Skating Arena, which is where they filmed Mighty Ducks.
Oh shit.
I'm walking around. I must be like 6. I'm walking around, and my dad is in line at the concession stand. And I start tugging on my dad's jacket. And because I'm like, what's going on? I want something. So I'm tugging on my dad's jacket. And my dad turns to me and looks down at me. And it is not my dad. It is some random man who looks like my dad with the same jacket. And the best
That
part
seems dramatic.
is it did. I didn't say a word. And neither did he.
Wait, is this the story really that you're gonna make people wait for?
No, this is like the 6th one down. Shut up!
I guessed it when you. Never mind. Yeah, it's good. I wouldn't want to draw that. Is all I'm trying to say. Yeah, how are you gonna draw it? It sounds like some Yuri on Ice. Maybe you give it a little flair, a little gay in it.
You're on ice.
Yuri on Ice.
It's
Absolutely.
the worst part is that this man said nothing to a child that is tugging. He looked at me like I was bothering him. It was so traumatic.
You were bothering him. You were tugging on his jacket. You were bothering this poor man.
Yeah, but like as an adult, don't you just say like, oh, hey, little kid, like what the hell's going on? Not just stare at me and look at me and be angry.
I hate to say it, but this guy probably didn't want you touching him, and you didn't really ask for permission. Do you feel like you did something that was inappropriate? Did you?
No, I was tugging on his jacket. The only thing I was tugging on was his jacket. I was
Wait,
6 years old.
I got a question for you, Kevin. I got a question for you about your story. Did you ever find your father's scent?
Moneyworms. Did I ever find my father's what?
Or are you sure it was an accident?
It was. My dad looked different. This man was a little bit older and angry at me.
Well, I guess, Kevin, this is probably
Stop
a good time
it!
to say that we have a surprise for you. We have that man here with us tonight, right now. We brought him out here. We knew this was your story, so we actually flew him out from Central Florida, and he is with us tonight.
He is.
He's wearing the jacket, the same jacket.
Yeah, well, the only thing I have to say to you is I'm probably bigger than you now, and I can beat you up, and you're an angry man, and I don't like you.
We do actually have a story, though, by the way. They have to get going because we ate ourselves into a coma, but we do have a story for you.
I'll be there soon. I'll be there at your place soon.
Yeah, you coming over? You coming over? You won't.
Yeah, we're gonna knock on your door.
I'm not
I like
letting you
that
in.
everyone's roasting you for not calling you Moneyworms. Oh my God. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, to people in the chat.
My
we do
Christian
love and
name.
bully you. Yeah, your Christian name.
All right, let's go through the motions, all right? Tallulah Shorts, what was your first CD?
first CD that I ever listened to?
Yes.
Slipknot, baby.
Not me. Mine was probably. I remember getting Backstreet Boys and NSYNC real young. Probably one of the Backstreet Boys albums. I got the one that had "Unbreak Your Heart." Also, I later got Christina Aguilera's "Genie in a Bottle," but mainly. Oh yeah, I'm going Muffin Christian. We're not anti. We promise.
Those are good answers. Good answers. All right, second question. What is the first concert that you went to?
Oh, I know this. Bowling for Soup.
What? Really?
Kelly Clarkson. It was a jingle ball concert. Bowling for Soup, Kelly Clarkson. They played together. It was iconic.
That is pretty cool. That's a good concert. I'm not gonna knock that one. Mine's much worse.
My first one was actually supposed to be Britney Spears, because my sister was like, "Oh, you like da 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 da," because she was obsessed with it, and I was like, I don't know, little baby kid running around dancing to shit.
Yeah, tugging on people's
but
jackets.
it ended up getting canceled, so I didn't get to go. And so then my first show was like when I was 14, and it was a metal show.
Wow.
Oh, Bowling for Soup signed your pants? That's amazing.
Ooh.
What?
Ooh.
That's so cool. They still clap.
Thank you, Bonebot. Bonebot, thank you.
They don't.
All right, last question before we dive deep into your mind. What was the first video game you remember playing?
Not Mario 64. Probably the first Sonic on the Genesis.
In between Mario 64 and Ape Escape. Ape Escape for PlayStation.
Oh, Ape Escape! Yo, Ape Escape is good. Where all the monkeys have the little alarms on their head. I like Ape Escape.
My Twitter account for 7 years had one tweet, and it was just video games peaked with Ape Escape, and I thought it was the funniest shit in the world, and I kept it for so long.
Is that still there? Could I search that? Is that your first tweet?
It is my first tweet. It's still there.
Amazing. I will have to look that up. Everyone, if you haven't already, please go follow Tallulah Shorts on Twitter and look for Ape Escape tweet.
It's not Tallulah. My Twitter's KK Mix, but, you know.
That's all right. Mine's mid. Mine's real mid, but I appreciate everyone. Print my wire. Hello. Cyanide T, how you doing? Maybe it's Casey. Corn B. Now here comes the real question. What is your earliest memory?
Okay, we both have pretty lame ones, but mine is...
Which one do we go with?
Well, yours is better to draw. Mine's lame.
Why do you want to hear two and then pick from one of them to draw?
That sounds good. I'll hurt someone's feelings that way. Great.
No,
good.
You seem unenthusiastic about
Mine's a little awkward to draw, so take and go first.
I like the challenge of Scoops to draw more than mine. My earliest memory is I was sitting in my crib in my parents' bedroom, and I could look into their bathroom. They had a really big bathroom, and it was like all marble. And my mom was blow drying her hair while I was looking at a teddy bear that had a blue T-shirt on it and little glasses.
Whoa, you have a crib memory. That's early.
Yeah, that was before I could, like, talk.
People like that usually go into photography.
Yeah, well, yeah. I didn't blow $500,000 on a degree for nothing.
Yeah, that's very completely different than mine.
Yours is better to draw.
Okay, so my first memory, I actually told someone in Discord just like a week ago. So when you had this up, I was like, oh my god, I don't want to say it, but so I was in preschool, and it was nap time, and they had everybody in their little spots, like a grid of little baby kids. And I just remember the teacher being maybe in 60s, early 70s, around that age, because like I could decipher that at age 4, and I couldn't sleep. So at one point, I remember vividly my teacher walking over me, right over my face, and was wearing a very long dress. But I definitely have a very graphic visual of what I saw as a kid. It was like almost like if I was in like sleep paralysis and I couldn't move.
Maybe it's Casey's like, oh my god.
And That's about it.
That is pretty traumatic as well. I'm definitely open to draw that.
That's better to draw. It's more of a challenge than mine.
Oh, it was the badonk. It was all of it. Everything. But yeah, that's my first memory.
Wow, you didn't ask for that. You didn't need that. And the teacher, shame on that teacher.
Walking straight over a ripe young 4-year-old's face.
Right. You describe a 4-year-old as a right.
Feudal.
Okay.
Wow. I wonder if anything imprinted upon you. Maybe it set expectations. Who knows?
Oh,
Mm.
they define who you are as a person now.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Wow. Let's draw
Can you
that.
call us? Oh, no. What did it say about you?
Actually, Kaibusan, it was at a church.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
If you missed out,
Oh
you
boy.
definitely yeah,
I went to preschool at a church.
So did I.
That's how I learned.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna blend these two a little bit.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. This is a tough perspective drawing, but I'm gonna go for it.
Exactly. That's why I knew it'd be a little tough.
Hey, mattress
Oh.
mozzarella ball. Thanks for getting sleepy with us. We're about to do a slightly
We're all getting
lewd
sleepy.
drawing.
We're in a food coma right now. We ate chorizo and like sausage,
I ate
steak.
2 glizzies for steak,
Oh, so
a lot
good.
of peppers, some chicken.
The food was immaculate tonight.
Yeah.
I'm
good.
We want
bummed.
to have a family meal each week, so we better plan it on the day you're not streaming.
Yeah, let's have a family meal on. Yeah, I was glizzy gobbling all day. We should have a family meal on.
I'm bummed that I missed it.
We should have a family meal on stream. If anybody in the chat cares to see a family meal on stream where we just bully Moneyworms for like an hour,
Yeah, call
put
me by
Glizzy
my
in the chat.
real name.
Glizzy in the chat if you want to see a family meal.
Glizzy in the chat. I love it. All right, well, let's get the rest of this dress.
Oh no! Already, Glizzy, Glizzy. Already, this is a scarring drawing. Glock. Trip my wire. You're 100% right. I also like the Lizzie McGuire because I love Lizzie McGuire. Glizzy McGuire. Oh no! The bear had glasses. Don't forget that. The bear had little glasses, and the glasses were shaped like a hexagon.
Good. Place the bear where
The
my security lives.
It was a tiny little teddy bear. It was light, and it had like octagon-shaped plastic black glasses.
Damn,
I
people
remember
y'all
so
have good
vividly.
memories.
It had curly red hair, and it was like long. I had a really good memory as a kid.
I like this shrouded figure with the teddy bear.
Yeah, this is
Lizzie is church drawing.
this is a good
The
drawing.
chat is on tonight. The chat's great.
Oh, look at the Poskin.
Are you, ooh, you got the fancy stuff tonight. Okay.
This is ridiculous. I love it. I don't know how like this works, but
Oh, yeah.
We love to call in and bully you. I'm sorry.
no, this was great. This was a very blessed drawing. Let's add a little
Aw, thank you,
some
Squirrel Guy.
hairs, you know.
And all you have to do after this is to invert your sketchbook, and then that is the exact perspective
Yeah.
that I had as a
Hold
as a
on.
ripe young 4-year-old.
Aw, thank you, Squirrel Guy. You're great. Get Arthur out of there. It's not Arthur. It was a little bear, and it had a UK thing on it because I grew up in a like Kentucky basketball household. That's what it was. It was a darker blue. Not the like. No,
This
not
is
the little eyes.
ridiculous.
No, that Scoob is a child.
Wait, why are my arms growing out of my fucking face?
It's perspective.
Those my boobs? Oh, those are my feet.
No. No.
What's going on in here?
I give it 10 out of 10 marons.
Oh, it's not good. Police is at Moneyworms' door. Charlo was talking about swatting you earlier, so I'm glad we did. Because this is worth it.
This was worth it. This was a fantastic drawing and fantastic story. I'm very impressed,
You're
Tallulah, how
never-
much... Yes?
What? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, we were talking about how big you drew two sniffles. They're real nice.
They're not nipples, it's his feet, it's perspective, he's laying down! It's a sketch!
Someone's been sucking on this sniff. Thank you, Lyle's meditative face.
Looks like an OF I wouldn't subscribe to. Me too. Me too. This drawing's amazing. Again, to reiterate, this was a combined drawing of Tallulah and Scoob, their earliest memories. This was fantastic. Thank you so much for calling in. I'm going to have some nightmares.
Yeah,
though.
everyone in the chat should follow our respective social medias. We've both been on the show.
Yes.
We're here to bully for the chat's entertainment.
Of course. Please, shill
For
yourselves.
content.
Show
For
me.
content, baby.
Amazing stuff. Both amazing artists. Midna, I can't end the call if you're going to do this. Thank you so much for calling
Okay.
in, both of you.
Show Midna before you end the call. Just show Midna. Where's
Let's put her up there. Put her up there. Come on. Get her up there.
Oh, it's here. We're on delay. Oh, wait. Where's she?
The delay.
Baby.
Oh.
Little baby. Oh, now she's in the drawing.
Rad
Yay.
call. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah.
That's a great memory. They're both great. I'm really impressed with looking through the, like, knowing that you were in a crib. That's probably the earliest memory that someone's gonna have. And then also just being violated by your teacher. Like, you're sleeping, but maybe you're not.
Call from
Grandma, you're gonna have to turn up way up on this one.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me now?
A little bit better, a little louder if you can.
Holy shit! Can you hear me now? Or testing 1, 2, 3. Are you there?
Now I can hear you. Now I can hear you, Grandma.
Holy shit! Let me turn you down there, because it's really loud. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so test. Can you hear me now?
All right, I will, Tallulah. I can hear you. I think people can hear you now.
All right. Hi, Chad. I love you. You're talking about memories. I see this picture there, and it's really interesting. That reminds me of lots of stuff. Anyways, that looks. You ever hear of A.G. Bear? You ever hear of that guy?
Is that what was supposed to be the competitor? Oh, that's Teddy Ruxpin. I don't know. No.
Well, you should get yourself an A.G. Bear, because it's got this little voice box in it. It's this little thing.
It was Miss
And
Dixon.
it sort of repeats everything you say, but like.
Oh, it's like a yak back, but in a bear. That's genius. That was before. What's that place where you can Build-A-Bear? Because Build-A-Bear can do that.
What's that?
This reminds me of like pre-Build-A-Bear. What you're explaining.
Well, he had a little blue shirt, and it said AG on it.
Ah, EG. Do they still make EG? Is EG still made?
AG.
AG.
A, B, C, A.
What?
So,
Why is everyone saying ant cam? Is there an ant? Sorry, Grandma. I'm distracting you. Grandma, yes, we're talking about memories.
I got lots. I got lots. The trouble is that it starts traumatic way too early. You know, it's one of those things where I could just rifle off some things. I have a memory. I had as a child, I had severe nightmares to the point they were called night terrors. And I slept in the basement. I have this memory of waking up and not being able to breathe, and trying to go upstairs and knock, and the door was closed, so my parents like ignored me because I was probably annoying and stuff. And I remember going back downstairs, and my sister's friend forgot her what you would call it there. Oh my gosh, what was it? The hat with the pom-pom on it. Do you know what a pom-pom is?
Yeah, like a little snow cap hat.
That's right. But it was a little baseball hat with like a half brim. It was just this weird little hat, and I went down and I ripped the pom-pom off. I was like 4 years old and just in a rage, and I was so distraught. And that house, when we lived in that house, I remember digging like an archaeology dig and finding the gold piece. I don't know if it really happened or not, but I remember that. I remember taking all my dad's wire and, trying to call E.T.'s parents and stuff. I remember the neighbor's dog, St. Bernard, attacking me when I was 5 years old and having to go to the hospital. I remember getting a choice here. My parents said, "You guys are gonna get it, and you have the choice between your dad giving you the strap or me giving you, the wooden spoon." And that was my mom saying that. And obviously, I wasn't stupid. I picked the wooden spoon, and apparently there's times where I don't remember this, but she broke the wooden spoon on me. So there's a mixture. Anyways, my sister, right beside me, "Which one do you want?" And I remember her, "I don't want it, no." And she said, they were like, "Fine, you're getting both." And she got both.
You gotta make a decision. That was a learning experience. But how did this turn? Was this a dream? Was this part of the night terror, or was this part of actually what happened?
I don't know. It's weird. I don't even want to go into the whole Pandora's box, but I remember we had this, I think of my childhood and it's all terrible memories. I remember we had this sweet little kitten named Sylvester, and he went up in winter all cold into the car motor, and they started the car and he sliced up in the fan plate or whatever, and we had this huge sump hole.
I want to draw that one, Grandma.
The pump monster was in there. We never saw it. It was just this like 3 feet by 3 feet, and I don't know, 3 feet deep or something. And it was always, don't go close to there. It was like there was a plywood on top, like just this big hole with water in it. And it reminded me of, there's a scene in Lord of the Rings, the cartoon, because that was right in I watched it every day, the old animation there.
Oh, yeah, that was creepy. That was back in the 80s when they thought everything had to be 1-to-1 and shit was just too realistic, but it wasn't realistic at all.
Well, the Ralph Bakshi animation, that one was my, I was all about that.
So I kind of want to draw Sylvester getting chopped up in the engine.
No, don't. No. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. But you want a good one here? You want a good one?
Yeah.
You draw this.
Paige, thank you so much for the bits. Appreciate you. Thank you.
My best friend lives across the street. Poor Michael. And one day we were playing, and his mother comes out at like 4 o'clock and is like, "Michael, you gotta have supper." And I was like, "The hell, it's 4 o'clock. Who has supper at 4 o'clock?" And I went home, and there was a piece of shingle, shingles from a roof.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the communicable disease. Yes, roof shingles.
And so I said, "Michael, look at this." And I threw it, and it boomeranged, and it went up so high, and then swooped back down, and it hit him right in the face. Like right in the face. Like it cut him right on the cheek. I couldn't believe it. And I was like 100 feet away. I was angry too, so it just was this. I was conflicted, That was one of the earliest times.
They're not nipples. Wow. Did Michael need stitches?
I don't know. Because, I didn't really mean to hit him.
They're not nipples.
I was mad.
They're not fucking nipples.
There's that one. There's... What other story? You give me a topic and I've got a story.
No, you have so many great, amazing... You have such good memory, Grandma, even though you're slowly deteriorating every day. And I want you to know, I will make sure that your funeral is fun.
Well, thank you very much. Could you have a rock and roll show for me? With a comedian in between the bands?
No, we're going to play Pop Goes the Weasel, and everyone's going to think that you weren't dead the whole time, but you were, and there's no climax at the end. There's no good story.
So,
you're dead.
Are you saying that I should fake metal? And then I pop out like a weasel? In a weasel costume? Could you imagine?
What was that? Grandma, what was that sound?
I'm 93 years old. I know how to make a sound or two. What else am I going to do? Be quiet. Anyways, chat, press 1 if you love Moneyworms. My grandson, look at his heart. Look at those lines. And you're not sponsored, eh? They haven't replied.
Who hasn't?
Sharpie.
Oh, no, I know Sharpie never gets back to me, or Gouldens for that matter.
Well, I'm trying to get sponsored by Old Dutch. Have you heard of them?
Yeah, the blunts. I don't know how to draw an engine.
No, not a blunt, unless that's what you call a potato chip. Old Dutch, they are these chips and they're full of flavor. I'm telling you, it's to die for almost. They got the greatest ingredients, and they come in a variety of flavors, and it's delicious. Not many companies will do it, but you get some great ingredients like silicon dioxide and sodium acetate, and so those are good for you. I did my research. Somebody said once, I don't know if I don't put it in my butt, whatever, these anti-vaxxers. Oh, and then I was like, well, what's in your potato chip? And they read it, and I was like, you see, you don't know what you're eating. That's glass. Sodium, silicon dioxide is glass. Well, it's sand, basically. And glass is basically sand, so it is sand. I'm just gonna, right here.
Oh, I know. One time I had a friend. He was doing, how like you go on swings on your stomach and pretend you're Superman. I had a friend who did it, but there was a piece of glass on the ground and his chin caught it, and he sliced up his chin. And that was the last time we ever went to that park.
That reminds me of a story. Me and my friend Billy. Did I tell you this story already? His sister was babysitter, and she was forced to bring him with, and he was a year older, and he was cool, and we listened to Bon Jovi and Motley Crue, and we decided we were going to play art heist. We went in, we broke into my house from the front window. We went in with a box and took down all of the framed pictures in our living room. And then, like, before the babysitter or my sister could see us, we, like, put the box out. Come on, let's go. And he gets out, and as I get out, we had this big Coca-Cola brass frame, very pointy, and it cut my knee, and I just pulled my leg out the window, and it sliced me literally, like just from my knee all the way to my ankle. I
Wow.
was like 8 years old. My dad comes home. You know what it does? You know what it does? He takes a roll of hockey tape.
T-Ball sub, thank you so
and
much for the sub. I appreciate you.
and a maxi pad, and he tapes it up to my leg, and I'm crying, and I'm embarrassed because my friend's there, and I got a maxi pad taped to my leg, and my dad says, well, it's for blood, and so I sent my friend home because that was it was too much for me.
Well, speaking of slicing, Grandma, what do you think of this amazing drawing that I made for you?
I'm calling my lawyer in the morning. I told you. You're down 13% now. You're down 13%. You're like 2% above Danny.
In the list of your favorite grandchildren. But I'm the one that can draw, and I'm the one that will handle your will correctly.
You better not come at Easter here. This is poor Sylvester.
I don't think I'm going to Easter at all.
I was 3 or 4 years old. Like, that's one of the earliest. It was winter. It was a nova, like a bronze nova. You know those cars from the 80s? Just type in nova.
Wow. Thank you, T-Ball sub, and we're working on them. I didn't do anything. I haven't showered for a little bit. Well, Grandma, you dived deep into your memory banks, and you came up with the story of Sylvester getting split in half because you turned on the engine, and he went 2 different ways, but his spine stayed in one direction, and his guts were everywhere, and they were all over your Comet car, your Ford Pinto car, or whatever it is.
Calling your mother.
How's that? Well, Grandma, you're going to smoke angel dust? What did you just say?
I'm calling your mother, and I'm asking her to give you the option. She's going to ask you, do you want the strap by your dad, or do you want the wooden spoon? And she's going to be like, look, it's not the regular. It's those kind where you hang up the little wood, like, those mini spoons that you hang up on display. Those mini spoons?
Yeah.
Press 1 if you know those mini spoons. Anyways, the big spoon that's like a plaque.
I want the
It's gonna
strap,
be
too. Give me the strap, Grandma, and while you're at it, please tell my mom to drink water. Please. All she drinks is Diet Coke, and it's not going to be good. She's not healthy. She smokes a pack a day and drinks Diet Coke, and that's her diet. Her diet is cigarettes and Coke, Grandma. Talk some sense into her. And raisins. Grandma, this was an amazing memory. Thank you so much for calling in. You're an amazing member of this community. I love you, and I want your gems and jewels when you die.
I'll see what I can do. But you really hurt my feelings with this. You really.
I love you, Grandma. Stay old and hot. Rad call.
I love you. Your slippers. I love you. Bye.
Bye. Oh, Grandma. Amazing memory. Grandma has amazing memory. What a great picture. Two incredible pictures back to back. 2 good visuals back to back. We love you, Grandma. T-Ball sub, thank you again for the sub. I appreciate you. And Paige Senpai, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm gonna buy a Big Mac with that. Because honestly, I haven't had one in like 2 months, and I need it so I stay sane. These are great calls tonight. Great calls and great drawings. And it's 10:15. We've been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes.
Call from
Kaibusan.
Kai Busan.
That's me.
Son, what do you Kai Busan? What do you think of the drawings tonight?
I think they are out of control.
Yeah, they're getting out of control. Extra saucy tonight.
Actually, I think they're pretty good. Yeah, they're a little saucier than normal, I'd say, but
They
it's
are.
a good slow burn on that sauce.
It's the last time I do that ever. They're crazy tonight, but that's what makes this show what it is. There's no bounds to what you can do within the realms of your own brain.
Yeah, it's like limitless.
It's always limitless. Now, would you join me in this? Sorry, Night T, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Resident Trickster. Everyone go check out Resident Trickster on Twitch. Shoot Resident Trickster a follow, aka Grandma. Get that chip sponsorship. Kai
What's
Busan.
Grandma's government name? Oh, yes?
Oh, that's a good question. We always just called her Grandma. I don't think Grandma has a name.
She needs a name.
Barbara.
My grandma's named Barbara.
My grandma's name Barbara. Really?
Yes.
From here on out, it is Barbara. Barbara. Barbara last name. He's Barbara. Steven, you're putting too much pepper on the salmon. Steven. And then she'd sneeze for 30 minutes straight.
Are we related?
Maybe. That'd be something. Well, Kai Busan, let's go through an exercise. Tim shuts the doors. Thank you so much for giving this up to Wiener Tit. Wiener Tit, Wiener Tit. Wiener Tit, how you doing? Let's go through a exercise to spark your memory juices. Are you ready to embark on this journey with me, Kai Busan?
I'm pretty ready.
Nice. First question, Kai Busan. What is the first concert that you went to?
The first one
Thank
I
you,
can
Tim.
remember was a Whalers concert.
A Whalers concert? How old were you?
Yeah, I don't know, like 6 or 7.
You might have been the only 6 or 7-year-old there.
I don't think I was supposed to be there.
I don't think so either. You might have gotten a contact high or something.
Probably. I'm
Keep
probably
yourself thinking,
perma-fried,
Crazy.
honestly.
You're perma-fried? That's all right. That's a good way to live. That's how I live my weekends, to be quite honest. T-Ball sub, thank you. I miss you. I love you. Now, Kai Busan, next question. Are
Yes.
you ready?
Uh-huh.
What was your favorite meal to eat when you were 10 years old or younger? Well, I went to a Whalers concert.
Well, at the Whalers concert, they had these like, no. But I blame my mom
Hey, you senpai, thank
for why I used to be chubby
you. 2 big
because
points.
my favorite breakfast was Eggo waffles, but with like peanut butter, banana, and honey on them, dude.
Oh, yo, that sounds like you were stoned from like age 2 onward. That's a stoner meal. That's a kid's stoner meal.
Yeah, it was sick.
You're gonna eat that later tonight, aren't you?
Oh, for sure. I got a new jar of peanut butter asking for it, dude.
So, what peanut butter do you get, if you don't mind me asking? I've had this debate with a lot of people.
You know, I do end
think
up
so,
going
Casey.
back to Jif, but
Okay.
I've been trying to diversify and going with some, organic
Oh, all right.
styles. But I just hate having to mix that oil up. I know there's chemicals in the non-mix ones or non-stirred, but I'm so sick of it. I hate getting that oil everywhere when you're too vicious with the butter knife.
Now, T-Ball Sub brought up a great point. Have you ever had, I believe it's called a condiment sandwich. I've had these before, where it's basically just bread, a condiment, and a piece of cheese.
Yes.
Yeah. They're also kind of a stoner meal. And I think it is. I think kids' meals are just stoner meals. Kids are eating like little stoners.
I think it's just, maybe it's just because when you're high, you revert back to like the most minimal operable version of yourself, and that's you as a child. So you just go back to kids' meals.
Right. Thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate you. Thank you. I think you're right, because sometimes when I get stony baloney, I like hot dogs, so I always keep hot dogs like on hand, and I like to put the little Kraft singles on them. But a lot of times I run out of bread, so the last stoner meal I ate was just 2 hot dogs, 2 pieces of Kraft singles in a tortilla, and I rolled it all up into like a tube, and it was good.
Do you ever get so high, allegedly, that you're cooking and you're just so hungry, instead of just putting everything together and waiting for it to be a meal, you just kind of eat each component individually?
Yes, because here's the thing. What's the saying? Like the sum of the parts is greater than the whole, or something like that. But individually, they each have a unique taste. Corn B, thank you so much for the bits as well. You all are amazing. It's called minimum viable progeny. Wow.
Yeah, you're waiting for those glizzies to cook up, and you're like, fuck it, I can eat 5 or 6 Kraft singles while I wait.
I'd even eat like a cold glizzy, because it's just pretty much just tastes like bologna at that point, you know? Like an ice cold glizzy, not frozen, that's gross, but like a nice cold glizzy, it's just a tube of meat, you know? Wiener tit, thank you. Wiener tit, oh, I thought I said wiener tit fart. Wiener tit, thank you.
You know,
I appreciate you. Beefy,
most adults
69.
come home and crack open a cold beer, but it sounds like you're just huffing down a cold glizzy.
I am.
Hot day.
I swallow it whole like a black lab, you know, when you chuck it up in the air and they just... That's what I'm doing. Thank you again, everyone, for bits. I appreciate you. Again, I'm going to eat with that, you know. All right, next question. We're getting off... Last question before we dive deep into the depths of your brain.
Okay.
Who is your childhood crush? Famous person or person in your class?
Ooh. Well, that's a tricky one. So my childhood crush, from everyone can maybe understand, was Angelina Jolie in Lara Croft Tomb Raider.
Ooh, the video game? The Pixels? Or the movie?
The movie.
Okay.
But the pixelated one was alright. Well, back then it was better than it is now, you know?
That's true, it is. I agree with you. It kind of gives you a little bit more to like less is more sometimes. It let the mind wander a little bit more, you know what I mean? Like all the old video game characters. Link, you're like, oh, Link's kind of hot. Like, you know, Zelda. We don't really know about Zelda. Now they give it all away, and it's basically more lifelike than an actual person.
Yeah, you know, leave it behind the rhombus sometimes, you know? You don't have to let it all show.
You don't have to let it all show. I kind of agree with you about the Tomb Raider, though. I think that was like the pinnacle of Angelina Jolie, in my opinion, you know?
Yes, she was doing her job.
Ooh, girl interrupted. Yes, Melbo. Yes, Melbo. All right, now we're on to the main event. After talking about Angelina Jolie, we talked about hot dogs, we talked about peanut butter. If you haven't tried, I'm a Peter Pan kind of guy. I like the Peter Pan honey.
Huh? They make Peter Pan brand honey?
No, it's peanut butter, but it has honey. It's like the honey peanut butter.
Oh, yeah, that's like pre-mixed.
Yeah, it's good. It has a different texture. It's got a different texture. All right, now, can you think back to your earliest of memories?
Yes.
Tell me it. Tell me the story. I'm not going to talk for 2 minutes.
Well, I gotta tell you. I'm gonna tell you 2, but one is just because I was reminded of it when Tallulah called in. Her friend was telling the story with the teacher, whomsoever.
Yes.
I grew up in California. I was probably like 7 or 6 at the time. But me and my friend Justin were on the beach with his mom. And like we're walking down by these rocks. And there's a photographer and this fully nude chick doing like a Playboy photo shoot. And Justin's mom went down there and started like chewing them out. But me and Justin were just standing there like mouth to the floor, just staring at this Playboy model who wasn't doing anything to like cover up. It was insane. And looking back, I'm like, what the hell was his mom doing? Like, instead of like preventing us from seeing that, she just like basically prolonged that moment like 15 more minutes. It was wild.
Yeah, all you have to do is cover eyes and walk away. You know, that's what my mom would have done. She'd be like,
yeah,
Moneyworms!
Turn around.
Boom! You know, but yeah, that's almost drawing attention to it. And I have a feeling that nude woman could care less if she's doing that.
Correct. And now that's why my standards are so high. You know, I grew accustomed to, you know, the pinnacle of, you know, bodies.
I guess you're right.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly. It is slightly traumatized because it's losing your innocence, but at the same time, like, it is a human body, and you're gonna see it at some point. But yeah, when you're a kid, you probably shouldn't be going to. Was it like a nude beach? What's going on here? Or what? Where is this place?
It was in San Diego. It was just like down in La Jolla, if you're familiar.
La Jolla.
Which there
Go
is like a
to
nude beach,
La
or
Jolla.
used to be a nude beach called Black's, but it's not.
Ooh.
Black's Beach used to be a nude beach, but it's not anymore.
Are nude?
Maybe it was back then. Maybe that's where I was, but I don't think I was there.
In that
And
case,
if I
that was your
there, she
mom's
shouldn't be
fault.
yelling at people.
Yeah, in that case, that was your mom's fault.
No, his mom.
For doing
My
that.
mom didn't.
Oh, his mom. It was his mom's fault. It was Justin. Was it Justin? Jared?
Justin, yeah. that
Justin,
dude's a
it was-
piece of shit. Anyway.
Yeah, Justin sucks. But you have this good memory with Justin. What is... Yeah, that's... It's interesting that 2 memories were of exposure that you didn't ask for. That's very interesting, you know? It is kind of a
Well,
thing.
that was a deep memory I hadn't thought about in a long time until I heard that call earlier, and I was like, holy shit.
It all came back
I know
to
what
you.
you're talking about.
It all came back to you. I've got a similar memory. I'm not going to talk about that one, but similar. So you said you had 2 memories.
Oh, yeah. So the other memory, I know it's not my earliest, but it's a favorite. I don't know what the earliest was, but same kind of idea. So living in California, me and my best friend Tristan were like, as typical, like we're basically living Rocket Power characters. Like
Yes.
all we did was surf and skate.
The
But
childhood
we were
I wanted.
obsessed with Jackass, and we only had one VHS of Jackass, and we had to watch it in his parents' bedroom because that was the only room with a TV with a VCR. But we watched this one episode on repeat over and over, and it's an episode where they're just like mobbing down shopping carts in the neighborhood that we grew up in.
Oh, that's sick.
So we're like, oh my god, that's Solomir Drive right there. And they're just getting wrecked. So
That's the
tell
one
me
where they're
you could
just
draw,
like zooming down the... Oh, I kind of want to draw the naked lady. I kind of want to draw a naked lady, but maybe I can combine
you
these
can draw the
two.
naked lady if you want, but
I'll draw the...
you draw like some Rocket Power Bros and shopping carts just getting wrecked.
That sounds good. I will do that.
But
I
you
think
can
I can combine the two
draw-
somehow.
Just, I don't know, don't make it too sexual, you know. My kids are watching this.
I gotcha. I won't. I will abide
Not
by
really.
the TOS. And let's get you a new
I don't know,
book
kids,
here.
you're good.
I literally drew a woman stepping over someone nude. I feel like I can't really top that, you know?
Right. I mean, the horniness scale's already been kind of like maxed.
That sparked your memory. Everybody's
Dude, it
kind of
me
got
thinking.
like...
It grinded my gears.
There were so many times where just like doors weren't locked and shit in my house, you know? I'm traumatized.
Your door or other doors?
Both.
Did you have locks on your door growing up?
I did, and I feel like my parents they were chill with it. They weren't like, I remember our bathroom, I don't think they were the ones where like you could just like shove like a little, whatchamacallit, like a toothpick in it and it'd fix it, you know?
Oh yeah, like a pin.
Yeah. Oh no! Call back! I don't know what happened. Call me back. What happened? I'll draw this anyways, but call me back. I don't know what happened. I haven't had too many, like, people getting cut off, so I don't know what that was. You gotta draw the checkerboard vans, because you know everybody had them.
Call from
Kai-Busan?
Yes, you're back.
Yes. I got scared.
I know. I don't
Well,
know
I
what
didn't
happened.
actually get scared, but you just went quiet, and then I saw chat being like, "Ooh."
I don't know what happened. It was like that's. You're back. That's all that matters.
That's true. That's true.
I'm giving you helmets, so this is safe. But I can imagine maybe you didn't have them.
No. Our parents were like, "If y'all don't wear a brain bucket, you can't go."
Brain bucket. Yeah, that's. My parents were the same way, and honestly, it's true. Like even as an adult, it's a good idea, you know.
I mean, it was for the best, and also like, how else can you flex dope stickers as a kid? Like.
That's true. Yeah, I remember having dope stickers. Well, I botched something. I can fix this.
I wish I had my helmet from when I was a kid, because I know I used to just put like any sticker I could find. So there'd be like credit union stickers and
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah, I had like the Mr. Yuck stickers. Like the Mr. Yuck stickers that you're supposed to put like on stuff under the sink. Do you remember that?
Yes. I also used to have like, there was like that gum brand that, like, the wrapper or something could also be, like, I don't know, they included stickers, I swear.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think it was zebra gum, but I think that was like.
The zebra ones had
something
tattoos.
different.
That one had tattoos.
That's what yeah, that one had tattoos. But there's another like candy brand or something that had stickers.
Yes. Look, and here's the beach in the background. You already know where this is going.
Take me home. Did you grow up near the beach?
I did when I was like 10 and onward.
That's a prime age to be by the beach, though.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why I think my formative years, you know, were by the beach. I was the Gulf of Florida, so not crazy waves, but still a lot of like the, you know, stoner culture and like, you know, reggae music, stuff like that.
Isn't it pretty shallow on the Gulf?
Yeah, it is. It doesn't get like deep until you go out there like probably like a mile. It's all like within like 4 feet and stuff. It's kind of interesting.
That's weird. That's crazy to think about.
Yeah, that's right. If you're West Coast, it's so much deeper, so much quicker.
Yeah. Man, the South has the cheapest seafood. Like, not in like a derogatory way, but more in like y'all have like dollar oysters.
Oh
They
yeah.
do not have that.
Yeah, that's true. And even if like when you go to, one time we like fled a hurricane and we went to Mississippi, and the seafood there is so good, so cheap, so fresh. Everybody's so nice, and it's just it's a good time. You know, I miss it. I miss Florida sometimes because now I'm kind of landlocked and it's not as easy.
Y'all got peaches.
That's true, and they really do. There's like you'll just be driving down I-75, like an hour outside the city, and they've got those little like those little side of the road like pecan places and stuff. It's real good. They're always real good, and they take credit card now, and you can get like almond butters and peanut butter and peaches.
It's like white on white gentrified now. It's like. Y'all take Apple Pay?
Definitely. Yeah, it's definitely getting that. And, like, nobody can afford anything. They just keep building these big monstrosities in the city. And I'm like, no one's living here. Who is building these?
No one from there is who buys them.
Roadside fruit stands, exactly. Mr. Moneybags. Well, I hope you enjoyed this amazing picture. Look at you. You're bombing down. Oh, hey, thank you so much. Tim shuts the doors.
Yeah, it looks like I'm
you,
hauling
Tim.
ass.
Thank you.
Definitely will die on impact if I'm not careful.
Definitely. Look at that hill. Look how it curves over the horizon. And look at that. In the very, very distant, there is the woman that you saw that many years ago. And she's single now. She's single now, Kai Busan.
I'm sure she's doing great.
I'm sure, too. Taking nudie photos at the beach in front of kids.
She's like, hey kids, you want to do a photo shoot?
Yeah, live your life. You know, keep kids safe though, and it sounds like you turned out okay.
Yeah, she's actually Barbara.
Yeah, she's bungus.
No.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Kai Busan, for calling in. This was a great story. I'm glad that a previous memory jogged your memory for tonight.
Yes, that's what memories are made for.
Of course. Rad call, Kai Busan. Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you for being an amazing member of the community. Rad call.
Ta-ta.
Ooh, I like that. Ta-ta for now. It's like some Winnie the Pooh shit. I like it. Good stories tonight. I'll tell another story. I remember this was in preschool, and some kid... Oh, we got a caller calling on in.
Call from
India.
India, how's it going? The Gingers are here.
Hi. I interrupted your story.
Do you want to hear the story?
Yeah, I'd love to hear that story.
Dem check, how you doing? Clap it, clap it, clap it, clap it up. I was a child in preschool. I was in the AM portion. You know how they like split up preschool? You only went to preschool till like noon or something.
There's the AM? I went to a Montessori, so I don't know the difference.
You went to a monastery? A what?
Yeah. I was there for only 1 year. But
Oh, Montessori.
yeah.
Ooh. No wonder you're a musician. I feel like the Montessori kids, they always went on to like do something big, you know? That's smart. That's really smart school for little tiny kids, you know?
The thing is like I stayed there for only 1 year.
Got kicked out. You weren't smart enough.
A little bit. Like they didn't like me there very much. Like when I got in trouble, they didn't tell me when I was in trouble. So like when I did get in trouble, they were like, "All right, you're gonna have to go and like sit at the back of this hallway for all of recess." And I was like, or they were just like, "Okay, go and sit there for a couple minutes." And I was like, "Okay." And then it was all of recess, and I was like, "Was I in trouble?" Like.
Yeah, that's because those schools, they're all like, let the kids like learn and flow, and like if the kid wants to like paint with his own bodily fluids, like let him do it, you know. Like that's how they are. But like I respect that. I like it because the school I went to, like you just had like we called them paras, and they would just yell at you and like throw a red card in your face like soccer and yell at you, you know.
Yeah. I'm also here with Parker, and Parker's nodding his head to that. What?
Red cards? You didn't get red cards?
What the hell are red cards?
It was like this cruel penal
system that they had, where you just had like green, yellow, orange, red cards, and depending on how like naughty you were, your card flipped.
Yep.
And if your card is red, they would just call your parents.
What the hell?
Yep.
Oh my.
We didn't even have orange. It just went from yellow to red. And when red happened, you like couldn't speak. And I remember when I was real young, and I grew up in the north, and they would make you stand outside the warming house in the freezing cold and like sit there for like it's called a warming house. It's like where you like get dressed for hockey and shit. And you'd like sit in front of the warming house in like 20-degree weather for 5 minutes, and then you could come back in. Like freeze the kid. Put him outside. Let him cool off.
Oh my God.
It is. It's cucked. I got cucked a bunch when I was a kid. All right, so I'm in preschool. Oh, no, go for it. Yes?
They went soft enough. Like, you get 1 crayon on your nose, yellow card. 2 crayons, orange card. Then 3 crayons, you get the red card.
Then you get the red card.
Yeah. Escalation.
I never had that.
But it teaches you. It teaches you like escalation instead of like, oh, well, we don't want to like tell the kids when they're in trouble. We want them to like come to that conclusion by themselves. And then I had to throw them in the warming house. Put them in the snow.
In the
fucking warming house. Yeah, they were mean. There were some mean people. Preschool. I'm in preschool, all right? I'm sitting there. And it's time to play with toys, okay? It's time to play with toys. And this kid, I still remember this kid looked like, he kind of looked like Arthur, okay? He looked like Arthur. And he had hoarded all of the toys for, there was like a little kitchen area where you could like fake cook. And he took all of them, all the fruits and vegetables. And I wanted this orange because I thought it was fun. It looked like a ball. And I was like, hey, can I have the orange? He was like, no. And I was like, hey, can I have the orange? And he was like, no. So I had an older sister who taught me this move. I fake punch him. He shuts his eyes. I grab the orange and I run away with it. And I taught him a very valuable lesson in that moment. And that is, if you take that much wealth from people that have nothing, they will revolt and they will steal from you. And he needed to learn that. He needed to learn that day. The look on his face, too, when I stole it was like, I've been outsmarted. That's the great... And I taught him that move, and I'm sure he's used it now in the future. It was like opening up the world of, like, almost violence to take things, you know?
Oh, my God.
But he learned. He learned that day. Don't steal all the fucking toys.
True.
Take them.
All right, what is your earliest memory that you can think of?
Parker, you go first.
You go.
No, you go.
You go.
Fine. Okay. So way back. Well, okay. How old was I? I was young enough to be like held. I was probably like 1.
Whoa.
I was being held by my mom. And then I got passed over to like my aunt or something. And then they started singing like, "You are my sunshine, my only sunshine," that one.
Yeah.
And I was already uncomfortable being like passed over to someone that I'm not used to being held by. And I remember I started crying because they started singing. And it's like, it's weird because I think it was like either I just didn't like how it sounded, or I was overstimulated, or I don't know. But like I've always had like very intense reactions to music too. Not to be like I'm a musician from when I was a baby, but like like there's been like weird situations in my life where there's music playing that gives me emotions, and I start crying, and I have to go and like step out. Like
that's interesting, and that's the youngest that I think a person has been to remember something on this stream. You take the cake, I believe. Except for other person that was in crib, but I think they were 2, maybe. Wow.
Dang.
If someone were to hold you now like a baby and sing that song, do you think that you would have flashbacks?
I think I probably would.
Interesting. I love it.
Oh.
Then
yeah,
check.
I
That's
just remember being really
big
uncomfortable.
things. Interesting. I like that. And you're a baby, and you're the whole perspective is you on your back, and you have somebody else with you that wants to tell a story as well.
Oh, yeah. So my earliest memory was in preschool, and this, like, massive earthquake happened, and we had to, like, get under the desks and, like, hold the, like, legs of the desk.
I remember doing that.
And, yeah, I just remember just, like, everything just, like, shaking from, like, side to side, and then, like, coming home and just, like, everything's, like, shattered and broken.
Whoa. See, you didn't have to sit outside by the warming house, but you had actual earthquakes. I think that's punishment enough.
I think so.
West Coast, baby.
West Coast. I love it. I love it. I got the West Coast callers. I love it. Amazing. That is a traumatic experience, and I feel like it's so visceral, you explaining holding on to the legs of the desk. Like, I can see how that stuck with you.
Yeah.
Could you, like, feel the floor shaking?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I mean, the desk, like, moved.
Whoa.
Someone told me that, like, they moved out there recently and there was a real bad one. They felt like they were standing at, like, a 30-degree angle, but they were standing up straight.
What?
Wow.
Damn.
And I was like, is that how crazy it gets? I don't know. I don't know if this person was lying to me or whatever, but I'm like, I don't want any of that, you know? But also West Coast is pretty sick.
There's some impending enormous earthquake that's been, like, you know, been impending for, like, 10 years now. And they're like, yep, TikTok any day. But you can't, like, actually get an exact date for when it's going to happen. So it's just like, this is the big one.
Yeah. You gotta live your life. It can happen anywhere. There's nowhere on this planet that you can live where there isn't something that could, like, wipe you out. But here's the thing, like, you can't live life like that, you know? You gotta live your life and surf and go to In-N-Out Burger and stuff.
Yeah. YOLO. If we had In-N-Out Burger.
Wait, you don't? You don't have that? I thought you did.
Do we?
Washington?
Yeah.
I think we have a couple.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
We're up there, yeah.
You got legal weed. That's sick, right?
Yeah.
I live by, like, 5 different weed dispensaries, I'm pretty sure.
See,
yeah, they're everywhere.
That's the trade-off. You have earthquakes, but you also have legal weed, you know?
Yeah.
So, it's sad because I don't even smoke. I smoke, like, rose petals and CBD.
Well, you know, I like that too. Just don't smoke. The people are smoking lavender now.
I'm smoking lavender too. I'm bitches that smoke lavender.
You crazy. You crazy. We used to smoke spice and, like, salvia, and that was it. Lavender? Why?
Yeah. Because it feels good. I don't know. It calms me down.
Well, again, if it's working, then keep doing it. I don't want to tell you not to do something. I'm not trying to yuck anyone.
Oh, I'm never going to stop doing it. you
You're like, I was going to stop doing it anyways, so.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's nice. Mixing lavender and CBD together, damn, it's pretty good.
I am drawing you being sang at by a person.
I already look so horrified. Oh my god.
Who was it? Who was it? It was like you said it was your grandma or something?
It was my mom and my aunt. I
don't know what your aunt looks like, but I'm drawing her
I love
anyways.
this. No, this is great.
Aunts always have ponytails.
True.
Dang, all of my aunts have, like, really short hair.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, she's a
a
fun aunt. I was gonna say fun aunts have short hair as well. Everybody's got a fun aunt.
Ah, I have only fun aunts.
Don't have any kids, you know, that kind of stuff.
Interesting. I have one aunt that's like that. She's really cool, but she has long hair. and she dies it.
Rebel.
I know. I'm not Oh,
There you go.
I love how I'm about to get a bite taken out of my head.
She's singing. She's singing to you. Look at these little musical notes.
Oh my
Beautiful song.
Sing me a song as a piano man.
There
Wow.
you go. And then I'll draw. Hold on. We'll finish this with the desk.
Oh, combo. Okay.
Yes, combo. And other person on phone. What is your name? What is your name in chat or real name?
Oh, Dr. Garbanzo.
Yeah.
Garbanzo. Nice. I like a duo. I always like a duo call.
I've been talking about the stream a lot, and I said, hey, listen,
Nice.
let me show you this.
Hell yes, I appreciate it. Thank you for spreading the word. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, of course. They're my favorite streamer.
Oh, thank you. You're one of my favorite callers. You're one of them. Suspicious user 69. Thank you for getting sleepy with us. Good name.
Ooh, that is a good name. There's a lot of good names in chat right now.
Oh yeah, always. Look at this.
Licky thumb.
Good pictures. Good blessed pictures tonight. Hold on. Let's give you a little bit of these. Beep, 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 beep. Babby. And some rosy cheeks. And a chin.
And a chin. Maybe a chin. Perhaps.
There we go.
And like the little baby you in the back. Like, wow!
Why is this not bright? Hold on. Focus. There we go.
I'm jealous of your nail beds. They're very nice.
They are. Look at them again. I have really. There's like a little. What is this going on? I think I don't know what that is. There's a little spot in my hand. I think I hit it with something. Yeah, they're good, right? People. My uncle used to teach me guitar, and he used to say, "Boy, you got good fingers. Too bad you can't play guitar."
Damn. That's a burn. See, like, I play guitar and I bite my cuticles off, like, all of the time. Kinda
Stigmata.
not good.
Stigmata. My dad used to chase me out of the room and yell, Stigmata. Well, thank you so much, both of you, for calling in and getting this amazing drawing of you being screamed at. And you, Garbanzo, in the background, gripping for your dear life.
I love it. Thank you for drawing.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Rad Call, thank you again. You're both amazing people. Thank you for being an awesome member of this community. Rad Call!
Rad call!
And if you haven't already, everyone, please, for all the people that are new tonight, join the Discord. Join the Discord. That third link down there. Go check me out on Instagram. I reply back. Sometimes I get inspiration from all of you. And I'm going to start trying to sell art soon on my Instagram. Or do commissions and things. And just do stupid things for all of you to see. Because I love this stream, but I need something else.
Call from
Deep ball sub.
Deep Ball Sub, how you doing?
Doing great.
Hey, that's my call. Thank you very much. Hello, I'm good. How are you?
This is my call. This is mine. You can fight over
Listen,
it.
I've called in for him so many times, and
That's
he just
true.
takes the reins. And then I call in for myself, and he's like, hey, it's me. No.
Well, it's so good to hear from both of you.
It's good to hear to see you.
Yes.
We haven't really been catching your streams lately.
You're busy people. Being a viewer on Twitch, it's an ebb and flow process. I do the same thing on people's streams, you know? You can't be everywhere at once, and I know that you have a lot of UFOs to look at and a lot of people to save.
That's very true. I actually was also a guest on a stream lately, and that was an
Ooh.
experience. Yeah.
Wait, which stream were you a guest on?
It was Hoodie Crush's stream,
Ooh.
Microdosing Fantasy.
I love
I dressed
Microdosing
up as the
Fantasy.
worm.
Ooh, the worm. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not you, but the worm from the labyrinth. It was fun.
Yes.
It was her birthday stream, man.
I remember I caught bits and pieces of it. Yes, the labyrinth worm. I love just the name microdosing fantasy as well. It's so good.
Oh, me too. Well, if anybody wants to check out her stream, she streams on Tuesdays and Fridays, and it's really friggin' awesome. And she's a
Nice.
great artist too.
I think around like 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern, around there, something like that.
8 Eastern, yeah.
8 Eastern, yes. 8 Eastern. Wow. Suspicious user 69. I love that. I keep seeing it. I love it.
But yeah, I called in because I have a very, very vivid memory that also has to deal with vomit. Because, I can't not be gross.
Ooh, I love it. Before we get into that, would you want to go through some exercises to prime your brain so that you can pluck out every bit of information that you can from this memory?
Oh, prime me up.
Oh, very nice. Wow. First question. What was the first concert that you ever went to?
That was an honorary title concert.
Ooh, I don't know that.
It was back in like my
Pepe,
scene
thank you.
days when I was I was about to say when I was super emotional, but that hasn't changed.
When I was young.
But yeah, I was 13 and I went with two of my friends and one of their dads, and he just like awkwardly stood behind us while like we were like, "Oh my God, the lead singer's so hot. He's talking right to us." All that bullshit.
Yeah, and you went up and you kissed the set list with your purple lipstick.
Oh my God, yeah. And I said, "Meet us behind the venue." Well, never mind. We were 13. We were 13.
Next question. Good answer though. I would expect something like that. A scene concert. I didn't get to go to a whole lot of those. I don't know. I was more like a listener and not like a avid fan. Next question. What was your favorite thing to eat when you were a child?
Oh, I already answered this one. Well, okay. I'll give a different one because that wasn't technically like my favorite thing to eat. That was like my go-to, the Kraft single white bread ketchup moment.
Yeah, condiment sandwich. Boy, you grew up in a rough place. That's rough.
Yeah. But my favorite thing to eat, it was like a treat that we got whenever, my parents were divorced. So when I would go over to my dad's house, he'd be like, "We're having chocolate gravy this morning."
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Chocolate gravy?
It honestly is like a hot pudding or like a hot custard without the egg. If you think of it that way, it's not like white gravy with cocoa powder or anything.
That sounds very southern or something.
Oh, dude, it's so good. It's like if you like sweet breakfast every now and then.
I do.
Chocolate gravy is the way to go. Like, put it on a biscuit with some friggin' sausage. Oh, boy.
Okay, all right, I gotta try this. What was it called? Chocolate gravy?
Yeah.
Chocolate gravy. Ooh, weird. And then last question. Who was your childhood crush?
This again goes back to like the emo me, and that's gonna be Connor Oberst, the lead singer of Bright Eyes.
It hasn't changed.
And that also
hasn't
has a
changed.
I would doink the bejesus out of him any day.
Ooh, so loud. Hold on, I gotta change this music. Well, if you're out there, Bright Eyes guy. Oh, I drew him that one time in one stream, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. And I'm actually going to see him in concert in May.
Very nice. Well,
Yeah,
now's your
I
chance.
told Beefy to prepare for me to either like flash him and cry or both.
Hey, I was gonna say, join in. Who knows? You're swingers, so.
That's what I'm saying. There's so much of Connor to go around.
Probably more than ever. Well, Teat and Beefy, I want to hear your earliest memory.
Well, do you want to go first with yours, or do you? Okay, I'll go ahead. So this one is kind of like, I was a little kid and I had asthma really badly.
Yeah, because you're eating
so my
chocolate pudding all the time, or whatever. Chocolate gravy.
Chocolate gravy and condiment sandwiches.
Condiment sandwiches. You have enough nutrients.
Yeah, it's a wonder I'm still alive today. But anyway, I had asthma, and my mom was super paranoid about me, like, stopping breathing in my sleep. So she would make me sleep in between her and my dad.
Mm.
And there was one night I fell asleep, like, you know, good night, Mom. Good night, Dad. Snuggle up in between them like a little hot, like I was the little
Yeah. I would do that too. Yeah.
And it's so comforting and so nice, and you feel like, you know, there's nothing in the world that can harm you.
Yes.
It's a very safe space, right? So your guard is down. I wake up in the middle of the night, and my dad is on top of my mom, and I'm on the other side of the bed, and I don't really know. I'm little. I don't really know what's going on. But I also feel sick to my stomach. And I don't know if I was actually, like, sick or if I got sick because of anything I saw. Granted, if I did see something, it's all blacked out. I have no idea. So
You think your parents were getting it on?
They were 100% fucking. Like, as an adult person, now looking back on this situation, my parents were fucking in the bed with their child in there. Like, trying to sneak one in. Like, who does that? Honestly, very redneck. Anyways, so I just, like, sat straight up and vomited, kind of like, what is that movie? Why can't I think of it?
Exorcist.
It's The Exorcist. Yeah. Like The Exorcist. And then my dad, like, hopped off the side of the bed, pulled his undies up, and my mom, I've never seen her run in my life. She ran so fast to that bathroom.
They deserve that, you know? That's karma.
Yeah.
Because most likely their thought was that, like, you probably won't remember it, and, like, they are your parents, and, like, you were probably sleeping and stuff, and there are people that have, like, a kid in a crib, and they're doing it, because, like, you don't remember that stuff, because you're, like, a baby and stuff, you know?
Yeah. But, man, that was traumatizing.
That's traumatizing. Have you ever talked to them about it?
What the fuck? No! Hey, Mom and Dad, separately but together, I'm going to get you guys in one room, and I'm going to say, you remember that time when you were schloinking the boinking and I vomited all in the bed? No. Absolutely not. What are they going to say? Oh, yeah, good memory.
I don't know. It could be a way to get back at them, to be like, I remember that moment, and I think about it every night.
I think about it every night. That sounds... I don't know. I feel like if I talk to them about it, I need, like, a mediator to be there. It has to be, like, I need therapy for it, honestly.
That's true. That is kind of a traumatizing experience. But also, maybe just, like, when they're starting to get older... Just like you gotta tell them that stuff, you know. I don't know. It's like because someday you won't have a chance to do that, you know.
So my dad would probably think that was hilarious. He'd probably be like, "Oh hell, you remember that one? I thought you were too little." Or like my mom. My mom probably wouldn't speak to me. She'd probably be like, "Oh, we don't talk about those things," you know. Because she was the type of person that, like, I don't know, she called me a whore when I wore, like, a dress for a Christmas party because it was right above my knee. So, like,
wow,
she's a little prude.
Old school, but getting it in with your kid on the bed.
She's a lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets, you know?
Yeah. Wow. That's something. I didn't expect. These are incredible memories. Mine was so lame compared to this. These are much better. Beefy, do you have something that can top that?
I don't know if I can top that, but I have a couple. We used to road trip a lot, like for family vacations. We never like flew anywhere. It was always just like long 2-3 day car trips. And I have a couple memories. One of we were coming back from visiting family in Indiana, and we were like somewhere in Kentucky, and I remember like being asleep in the back seat and then just waking up, and we were stopped on the side of the road, and there was like a state trooper like looking in the back at me, like as I'm like wrapped up in my car seat with it, and my dad had gotten pulled over for doing, going over the speed limit or something, and he was
kids.
Like, with kids and stuff.
Yeah, both your stories are about recklessness with kids sleeping.
Yeah, well, this was different because I remember it, and I remember I've talked to my parents about it before. And first of all, if you've ever gotten behind the wheel of a '94 Ford Taurus, it's hard to keep that thing down. But also, I remember I did bring it up to my parents, and my dad was saying that it was at a time where there were like a few states where they were just like super, like if you were 5 miles over the speed limit on an interstate, you were getting pulled over.
Yeah. Crackdown era. Reagan.
Right. Yep. And the other memory I have was probably also in the same Ford Taurus. We were road tripping back from some family vacation, and my sister had the flu. And the only memory I have was that my mom, who was riding shotgun, was turned around holding a Ziploc bag open while my sister puked into it and throwing them out the window as my dad continued on down the highway.
Just chucking bags of puke outside like water balloons.
My dad was super like into like he had this huge road atlas, and he has a stat book from every family vacation and the times, like he was like between exits on the highway. So like if he was hitting a good time, nothing was stopping him. He was like, I'm probably about to set some record for, exits on Interstate 80 through Pennsylvania, and he wasn't about to stop.
I don't know why, but I'm just envisioning your dad as just Nigel Thornberry. That's very Nigel Thornberry. Like, get all your kids in the back and, like, bust out a map, and you have every second of it mapped out and written down. We had... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say Beefy is Donnie in that situation.
Oh, yeah. Beefy's Donnie in the sheets, too, I think, right?
Hey! Yeah, hell yeah.
All right. Let's try to draw this thing. That's enough out of me. What do you want me to draw? What do you feel comfortable with me?
Yeah, I don't know if you can draw your memory.
I could do it all into the sheets, really. I could keep it all into the sheets.
Just draw her puking in the bed.
There you go.
Yeah. And then, like, my mom and my dad is one giant mass under the sheet.
Yeah, like a ball. I don't know if I can combine this one, Beefy, but I really enjoyed that story. Like, I really enjoyed the thought of just, like, as soon as the bag would fill up, he was just whipping it outside the window, and your mom was ready with the next one.
That's exactly the memory that I have. Is like the bag's just filling up, and my mom just whipping them out the window and just grabbing another empty bag.
I absolutely love it. These are some great calls. This was a great topic, and everybody came with some hot stories tonight.
Oh, yeah. And actually, Beefy's story, now this isn't like one of my first memories, but it was after I graduated high school, so like 2012. Me, my brother, and my sister took a little road trip to Disneyland.
Your first memory.
Disneyland is in California, right?
So
Yes.
we went to Disneyland, and then like the next day, my brother, who lived in California at the time, was like, "Hey, there's this drag show that's going on. It's Disney themed, and they have unlimited mimosas." And like at the time, I'm 17, so I'm like, "Okay, I'll be y'all's designated driver." And they were 27
Ham
and 28
freeze.
at the time.
Thank you, Ham Freeze, for sorry, I'm interrupting you. Thank you so much, Ham Freeze, for sending your amazing people over. I appreciate you, Ham Freeze. Everybody, if you haven't checked out Ham Freeze's stream, Ham Freeze does amazing visuals, amazing technology, touch designer, an amazing content creator, and production person. All right, go on.
Okay, yeah. So we were having a hell of a time at the drag show, and my sister was getting drunk as hell, and my brother and sister really don't drink that much. So after the drag show, they were trying to go to a party that these other people at the show were inviting him to, and I was like, "No, you guys don't know them. Let's just go home. We're fine. We gotta go back, and I gotta drive on, because you know California highways are intimidating as hell."
Oh, yeah. Yes, they are. They're scary. They're windy.
Yeah, and they're windy, and people are just flying by you. And my sister apparently had too many of those bottomless mimosas, and she was trying to like undress herself in the back seat. And I was like, "No, you can't do that." I'm freaking the fuck out. My brother's in the passenger seat just laughing his ass off. And then my sister was like, "I'm about to throw up." And so she starts like gagging and shit. My brother's like, "Oh, there's a plastic bag." So he's reaching around the back, like holding the bag open for her to blow chunks into. And then, yeah, it's pretty much like a goofy story, but
Puke story. Such good puke stories.
I don't know what it. I just have a lot of puke memories, man.
I just feel like it's probably early memories, like you just remember the really shocking stuff. So, I mean, I feel like a puke story is like everyone remembers that one kid who puked in, you know, their like elementary school class, like all over the desk, like, you know,
Yep.
it's just.
That just sparked the memory, Beefy, because I was gonna say one of my earliest memories is being in kindergarten, and I won't say who it was because maybe she's watching this stream, but again, I remember what she had eaten because it came out the same like way that it went down, and it was like, you know, those peach cups.
Yep.
It was just like straight peach cups. It must have not have been in there very long. But she puked all over our friend Molly, and she started crying, of course, because, you know, someone puked on her, and it was traumatizing, you know. It was.
And then I don't know how it was in your school, but the janitor would come, they'd kind of clean it up a little bit, and then they'd put like sawdust.
Yeah, it's like that
smelled like winter fresh gum.
Yep, I know exactly what you mean. It's like what they put when you like spill oil at the grocery store.
Right.
It's the same shit, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But like it has some sort of disinfectant. And then they would send you home because like you can't puke at school and then like go on with your life. Like there's no way you're going to do that, you know?
Yeah. In that stuff it's still got my dad he's like semi-retired, but he still drives the school bus for a couple hours a day, and they still have that like sawdust powder stuff.
If somebody starts throwing up, he just is like, "I know what to do.
Yep.
Grab a Ziploc bag and I'm chucking them down the highway." I love
He
it.
needs to take home for like home use, you
Oh
know?
God, no.
For road trips. Imagine if you just had that on hand and you're like, "It's okay, puke in the floorboard." We've got places to go.
This is a fantastic picture.
Yeah, it is.
I'm getting better at drawing. You haven't seen all of it too. There's a big painting above the bed. I have no idea what your parents look like.
For a minute, I thought the painting was of the Hoover Dam.
My dad kind of looked.
It's the Hoover Dam.
My dad kind of looks like, speaking of the labyrinth, like Hoggle, but not. Like with brown hair, maybe.
All right, I'm just making him generic dad.
I feel that. Oh my god.
It's them. And
I
they're
don't
at,
know.
like,
You know what?
sandals.
Maybe I will tell my dad about that story. Because there was one time when I was like 13 that he told me a story about my stepsister having to get her boyfriend at the time to pull a tampon out of her coochie. Because it was stuck.
Your dad has no limit.
I love it. This is a good drawing. We're getting better at drawing. She ate the bones.
Yeah, you...
And look at that. Look at the middle part. Can you see? What is that I see?
Oh, is that the condiment sandwich?
It is the condiment sandwich.
Is that what you were talking about?
Yes, it was. Condiment sandwich and all. This might go on Instagram. Would you care?
No, I don't care at all.
It's ridiculous. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
When you talk, show this drawing and be like, do you remember this?
This will spark mine and my parents' therapy session.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. We all need therapy after that one. Thank you so much for calling in. That was a very rad call. I love both of you. And, you know, stop by when you have time to stop by. And good luck with everything at work and stuff. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Rad call. I will do one more. We started at 9 on the dot. We've been ending at around 2 hours and 30 minutes. I've started to notice that in the last 30 minutes, everybody gets sleepy. I get sleepy. We lose, give people some sleep back. You know, we'll go for what, if someone else calls in, we'll go, but if not, we might end here. Who knows? Western Australia, how's it going? Good to see you.
Call from
Tim shuts the door.
Tim, shutting the doors. You're going to close it out tonight.
I heard. I had to get my call in before the I guess not the deadline, but before you shut the lines. What are you doing? You flexing the ass?
I'm flexing the ass, man. I'm trying to get the views. Come on. I'm gonna be
old. You corned up tonight, baby.
I'm gonna be using a walker soon. You know, I gotta show everybody I'm working with now. I gotta show people that I'm young and spry now.
You gotta show off your assets.
Hey, that's enough out of you. I'm gonna hang up. Nope, see ya. No, I'm just kidding. Tim shuts the doors. Shuts the doors.
I'm shutting doors all night long.
Tell me when to stop.
Slap those thighs, Moneyworms. Slap them.
Tell me when to stop.
Slap them. Keep going. If you stop slapping those thighs while we're on the phone.
Western Australia, thank you so much for the gift of sub. Tonova, Geometricide.
You know, I hear if you slap your thighs enough, you'll develop thunder thighs.
It's getting
then
red.
You'll be able to launch yourself into the stratosphere.
Woo! Woo! It's almost 11:30. Tim, how have you been, Tim?
Thunder thighs, baby.
How have you been, Tim?
Been pretty good, Moneyworms. I had some exams this week. Did pretty well on them. I was quite proud. So I'm ending my week.
Because you're a smart kid. You're a smart kid, Tim. You can do whatever you want to do in life.
Please, dude. The person who Casey does whatever she wants to do on her stream. That's her whole motto in life. She does whatever she wants to do. By the way, she did a jigsaw puzzle on her stream on Monday. Completely put you to shame. Literally, she put it together in like a half an hour, and it took you like 2 hours to put together a 100-piece puzzle. I will never let that go, Moneyworms. We gotta improve your puzzle making.
Hold on, dude. Hold on. I got something for you. I don't know why it's here. I think my cat was playing with it. You ready for it?
Absolutely.
Here it is.
Excited.
That's how you open
have
the puzzle.
The box. You have the box.
I opened. It looks like it got shelled. It's.
You fucking monster. I can't. Who opens a box like that? I will never let this go. You open.
J-Mong, these pieces were as square as they could be. I want to preface this by saying, for anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, it took me about an hour, probably an hour.
It took you well over an hour.
No, well, I was also, I had done some things beforehand, but yeah, I did a funky puzzle, and it was a 100-piece Disney princess, 100-piece puzzle, 5 and up. It is Ariel, Belle, Mulan, and Moana, and I think I've put together maybe one puzzle before that, like an indoor recess once. And I don't know how to put a puzzle together, so I was working on the faces first, but I didn't know you had to work on the outside in. It doesn't matter. I did it.
Okay, but like, let's talk about this for a second, because like this is how inept you were at starting this puzzle. For one, you started in the middle. You didn't start with the edges like any normal sane person. You started in the middle. You started in the middle and wanted to work your way outward before we.
Yeah, because I know the faces of the princesses. I could draw them with my eyes closed.
No, that's not what you do. That's not what you do, Moneyworms. That is not how you put a puzzle together.
I'm gonna grab a seltzer real quick. Tell everyone talking shit about me as I go.
Okay, and we didn't. You open up. You show that you opened up the box like you're a goddamn bear. I mean, like you just ripped it open. You didn't. You didn't like just open up a side. You know, like any sane person. You just tore a hole in it. What were you doing? Like, I don't understand. What was the logic?
The logic was I know the faces of the Disney princesses, so I was going to do that first, and then I thought I would have like spatial awareness of the whole image. But the best part was I was using the branding of the box and not the actual image of the puzzle, because I ripped it up, so I had to find it on the internet.
Yes, you ripped the photo of the
Melba, I
the
keep
puzzle.
it down.
So you couldn't. Fucking hell, idiot.
It was like I can't, like, that was hilarious, but I can't, like, I could not plan that. It was honestly people watching someone who had never done something so rudimentary that it was funny, you know?
No, it was hilarious. It was that and the Oregon Trail were my favorite parts of that stream. That's
Ooh, we gotta do another Oregon Trail.
Forever.
We gotta do another, because here's the thing, we haven't really. We haven't like gone from a normal place all the way out. I don't think we've even made it to Oregon.
You made it to Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake, that's like the lowest
killed all your kids.
Bronze medal. I killed everyone.
You killed all your children.
I should have been investigated.
You didn't give them water, and or in Casey gave her too much water because she drowned. And then you just
bad water.
Stayed in Salt Lake City.
We kept giving her
as a
we took like
mother.
500 pounds of candy, 5-year-olds, and like a 50-year-old man out to, and everyone died but me. And there should have been an investigation because they had the ledger. They were like, "Sir, where are these 5 children that you left with?" "Oh, they died along the way." You know, and back then they probably were like, "Oh, too bad." But like, you could, you know, that's why people got away with stuff. Tim.
Moneyworms, you're so bad at the Oregon Trail. I didn't know how bad you would be at that game. I didn't think it was possible to be like that terrible at that game.
We're getting better. We're getting better at Oregon Trail. Yes, we are. We're understanding things.
You killed everyone, buddy. You killed all your people.
You don't feed a fever. You don't just give people sea salt and onion vinegar chips. You gotta buy medicine, and you can't just hunt the whole time. I'm learning.
I suppose you are getting better because in your first run you did kill me in the first 3 frames, but and in your last run you killed someone. It took you like 20 minutes to kill someone, but even then,
burp into your ass, burp into your ass,
you're not
burp in your ass, fart,
level.
burp in your ass. This is good. This is all good stuff that we're talking about in chat. I love it. I love to see it. Tim, let's go through some really quick to jog your memory, because I know you have an amazing memory, Tim.
Yeah.
Let's jog it up. All right. Step number. Boy, I look crazy. Step number 1. What's the first concert that you ever went to? Earliest memory concert.
Never
Memory.
been to a concert.
Next question. Next question.
Excuse you.
None of that in my house.
Next question.
Next question. What's like the smallest fork you've ever held?
Oh, okay. Actually, this is a really good question. So you know how sometimes they'll, like, if you buy a Barbie doll and like the Barbie doll dream house, it will have like, you could get like the little cutlery that comes with the Barbie doll dream house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably like the little fork
all right.
that is meant for the Barbie doll hands.
That was
So
like a
that's probably the
bullshit
smallest fork I've
question, and I just wanted to mess with you about it. That was a really good answer.
Thank you.
Who was like your athletic idol when you were 7 years old?
Chase Utley, hands down. Oh my
Chase
God, I
Utley,
wanted
your
to be that
baseball
man.
boy.
Wanted to be that man when I grew up. And every Mets fan in the chat right now is probably hating me right now. But that man was my absolute idol. Chase. You muted the stream.
It's because I'm being
Fucking idiot.
ridiculous. I'm being an asshole. Hey, thank you, Underground
You're a big fan
Underground
of Chuck
Rescue
Norris?
Channel.
Is that what you
Thank
said?
you, and thank you for everyone that's telling me that I was muted. Thank you so much, Underground Rescue Channel, for getting sleepy with us. We don't always mute and not know it. It happens once a stream. We put it back. We're back. Are we back?
I think we're back.
How do we? There we go.
We back, Moneyworms.
We're back. We're back. We're back. We're drinking seltzer. We're back. We're drinking seltzer. All right, you told me about a tiny fork. You told me about Chase Utley. All right. What was your favorite flavor of Dum Dum to get at the doctor's office?
Okay, so every time I went to the doctor's office, I would always take 6. I would always take 6 lollipops if I could, because I was that kid. All right, I was that kid, and I would always try to, I would always try to
Blue Raz.
take extra lollipops.
Goated.
Blue raspberry
S
was
tier.
always my favorite.
Yep, S tier.
Then it was green apple.
Oh,
then grape.
shit tier. What was your third one?
Third was grape.
Grape? Shit tier. Okay.
You're fucking crazy. Green apple is not shit. Get the fuck
Butterscotch!
out of here.
Butterscotch!
Fourth, fuck butterscotch, ew. Fourth was watermelon. Fifth was strawberry, and sixth was the bubble gum.
Bubblegum! Oh my god, I'm hanging up.
Hang up on me, Moneyworms. I was a weird kid. I was a weird kid with weird taste.
Bubblegum, straight out. No, I like, there's a, maple syrup one. The butterscotch is real good.
I don't think
Root
I've ever had that
beer?
one.
The root beer one, Tim?
Oh, the root beer one was alright, but it was never my favorite.
Yeah, Melbo, stop making fun of me. I have the dumb diet of an old man. I like butterscotch. Did you ever do the mystery ones?
Yeah, so the mystery ones, I was always a little cheatsy doodle. So, I would always, open the wrapper a little bit to see if it was one of the ones I liked. And if it was, I would take it. But that would get me into trouble because sometimes you would open it and you could see blue. What the fuck is going on? Moneyworms, did you pour your... Moneyworms, why?
It's so
What are you
good.
doing?
It's nice. The bubbles are nice.
You fucking maniac. What are you doing?
Does my mic still work? Can you still hear me?
I can hear you, but it sounded like it went through a waterfall. What are you doing?
How's the quality on the mic? Is it normal? That's all I care about.
It sounds a little worse than it did prior to you doing your child act, but I mean it sounds manageable. You're less
This is-
appealing now.
It's normal.
That's
It's
what it is.
mid. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, Tim. Sometimes you just gotta act on a whim because it's 11:30 at night, and you're on the internet.
But I was saying, like, yeah, sometimes like opening the wrapper would get me into trouble a little bit because, like, if you opened it up and saw blue, like, you would think, oh, yay, blue raspberry, I love this one. And then you'd get home and you'd start sucking on it, and turns out it would be blueberry. And the blueberry ones, the blueberry dum-dums, sucked.
In my
Money
socks.
Worms. They were
It's
absolutely
getting in my
awful.
socks. It's getting in my socks.
They're
Mute
in your
yourself and
socks.
suck the mic. Listen, this is why I'm gonna start just doing something crazy to 11:30 every stream so people stay longer. Right? It's marketing. I'm gonna mop
Money
this up
Worms.
with my shoes.
First, last Sunday, you nearly ate shit on a hoverboard. Now you're pouring G Fuel on your head midstream. Like, what are you doing, Money Worms? What's going on here?
Suck the mic. I didn't kill the ant. Is the ant back? Listen, Tim. You
Yeah.
gotta answer this question. Did you like the cotton candy flavor?
I feel like this is a very controversial question because I know people that love the cotton candy flavor and I know people that hated it. And personally, I was just okay with it. I was like,
you're
eh.
sending bunk bot. When I do
It was
stupid
like in the
things, I
same
win
tier of
good
root
prizes.
beer for me. It was in the same tier as root beer, where it was like, I will eat it, but it's not my favorite.
Tim, tell me about your earliest memory you've ever had.
Well, I mean, I remember like certain things like from when I was like really little. Like I remember when I was like 1, in my daycare sang the national anthem at a minor league baseball game, and I started crying while the national anthem was being sung. But that's not very interesting. What I'm gonna say is one of my earliest memories was my family took a trip to Maine. Me, my brother, my sister, and not my sister wasn't born yet. Me, my brother, my mom, my dad, my Uncle Jeff, my aunt,
Uncle Jeff,
Aaron, Uncle Jeff, yes, my Uncle Jeff, my aunt Aaron, and my cousins Bryn and Caitlin. This was when I was probably about like 3, maybe 2.
Oh, okay.
Now, when we did this, we went. One of the first things we did was we went for a picnic at a national park. I'm forgetting what it's called in Maine, but this national park is known for its highly aggressive and massive seagulls.
Okay. Go on.
Now, we found a nice spot to sit, and we put out the blanket, got a nice umbrella, busted out the sandwiches, started eating and talking, and all of a sudden I look up and I look at my Aunt Erin, and she's just frozen in terror, absolutely frozen in terror, because there is a seagull with the wingspan as long as 3-year-old me. I mean, this thing had a wingspan of maybe like 3.5 feet. It was fucking huge. Just standing right on her head. We all sort of just like sit there, not sure what to do, and all of a sudden she just it just reaches down, plucks the sandwich out of her hand, and flies away. And she starved to death on that.
Did you tell me? Have you told me this story ever before in my life? Or
I don't think I
different?
have I?
I don't think so either.
This is a new story.
This thing. So she fed it a sandwich? What'd you say she did to it? Western Australia. Thank you so much.
Well, it was this big. It was a very, very big seagull with like a. I don't know. It was a large wingspan.
Listen,
At least,
I just want to tell you, if you ever,
wingspan.
yeah, I am. Tim, if you ever want to pour seltzer all over your body, don't let it get in your eyes. It burns.
Moneyworms. This is the type of stuff that your mom like thinks about when she calls you unappealing, man. Like you can't just be pouring some lime flavored seltzer over yourself while streaming. I mean, it's concerning.
Tim, it was almost empty, okay?
Even then, Moneyworms. I mean, we're worried about you, bud. We can't allow you to just like to just pour this seltzer over your head and disrupt the stream like that. I mean, it's concerning, man. We care about your well-being. You know, seltzer in the eyes can blind you. Do you know that? They did a study on it. Why are you giving the seagull erect nipples? That's quite uncomfortable.
This picture is going to be blessed, Tim.
Dang, this seagull looks like a snake with wings and a really buff bod.
Thank you, Kai Busan. The 200 bits, I appreciate you, in Western Australia, and Kai Busan, and Bunkbot, and Kai Busan. I appreciate everyone here who donates some money, or just is giving me your time. That's all I ask for. I can't be an idiot forever.
Is that a tampon?
What?
Oh no, it's Aunt Aaron's head. I thought he was grabbing a tampon.
Tim, why would I do that?
I don't know. Like, I'm questioning your drawing skills here. Like, this is the first time ever. Like, but you know, as you're drawing it, I'm starting to see it coming together. So I think I judged it a bit too quickly.
Now you see it. Now you see it coming together.
Yeah. This is a very sexual drawing, Moneyworms.
Thank you.
I wanted to point out, by the way, earlier that you, I can't remember who called in fourth, but someone called in, the fourth caller called in, and you said the last two drawings have been really, really solid, and you kind of just took a shit all over Ungoy's drawing. Like that was pretty mean of you, man.
What? I liked Ungoy's drawing. I thought it was pretty good.
But you clearly forgot about it there. You said when the fourth caller came in, you called in. You said the last two drawings have been really, really good.
I said the last few. I said the last few.
I think it was two. I have the clip saved. I think it was two. I think you said two.
I loved Ungoy's. Don't you put words into my mouth. Don't you put words into his mouth and mine. Don't you put things in my mouth.
I do not sexualize the worm, Moneyworms. Do not sexualize the worm.
Thank you.
Now, Moneyworms, have you ever had a close encounter with a seagull?
Yeah, they're kind of dicks.
You know, it's funny. We have to get JLP's opinion on this. She's the bird expert here.
I thought I saw JLP for like 1 second here. I was going to say something.
She dropped in earlier.
I was busy, but I should have said hello.
She got scared by your
your
so. teacher. Your flat Stanley looking up
what the hell's going on?
Teacher's skirt drawing or whatever it was. But what were we talking? Seagulls. Seagulls can be total assholes, but for the most part, like unless you go to an area where they're known for high aggression, I think they're just little bird rats. You know, they're little sweet peas that just they want to eat, and that's all.
They want to eat their balls.
Rat the sky.
They want to eat their balls.
Their balls.
I'm very uncomfortable right now, Tim. It's cold, and it smells like fake cranberry lime polar seltzer all over my body right now, Tim.
You know, there's a term for seagulls. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's Spanish. It's they're called a rata lata.
Rata lata.
Yeah.
Incredible, Tim.
You know what's crazy, Moneyworms? I just lied to you. Those aren't seagulls. Those are pigeons. Pigeons are called rata lata.
That's what I thought, because you're a big liar and you just lie to people. Tim, is this exactly how it went down? Is this your memory? Your first memory?
It's quite close. I mean, that is about that's about the scale of seagull. He was a big fella, very veiny guy.
Mel. Too real. How you
Yep.
doing?
Looks like we got Mount Olympus A and Mount Olympus B in the background.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, this is pretty similar.
It's pretty. You can say it.
Very pretty.
Tim, you do. You keep it 69. Wow, look at that. Look at the death juice emoji. I haven't seen that in a while. Mel, I'm so happy to have you here. Mel, you missed it. I poured a bunch of seltzer on your body.
I drank the death juice.
Tim, thank you so much for calling in. This, excuse me. This is an incredible drawing. And look at, your aunt's head is getting pinched and your eyes are popping out. And I like that.
Yes, poor Aunt Erin. May she rest in peace.
Oh, rest in peace, Aunt Erin. But you know what? You're immortalized today in this amazing drawing. I love you, Tim. Thanks for calling in.
Have a great one, Moneyworms. Rad call.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Stick around for the raid. Don't leave yet. Just leave right after the raid. I don't care. Just stick around for the raid. Rai, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Mel. Rai, 2 real to Mel 2. Oh! Yo! There's something going on there. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone who gave me bits tonight. Thank you, everyone who donated and all that kind of stuff. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around. Even if you just 1 minute. Thank you, everyone. That's my wife. Congratulations, Rai. My wife. What the dickens? Jinjos, one more time. The Jinjos didn't fire. Again, everyone, let's find somebody to raid. I will be live this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Last time I rode a hoverboard. Tonight I poured liquid water on my head. What's going to happen next time? Nobody knows. Stick around for the raid. And join. And follow me on Instagram. And join the Discord. I do everything but tell Twitch Prime people to sub. I'll never go there. Amazing calls tonight. I love this topic. It was so near and dear to my heart. There's a lot of nudeness in it, which was interesting. That's something you don't forget. And I thought to myself, I don't forget those moments either. And I didn't want them, but it happened. Thank you, Tim Shuts the Doors. I appreciate you. Milk, Rad Seltzer Bath. Yes, thank you. Again, 9 p.m. this Sunday. I'll be starting at 9. We're going to go probably till 11:30 or 12. It's going to be fun. There's going to be balloons. I don't know what I'm doing yet. Woo! What was that? There's going to be something. Tough guy voice. Hey, did you ever see that one thing, huh? You ever get that, huh? Back to Twitch. All right, everybody, let's try to find someone to raid. No. Shh. Everybody, stick around. Don't leave, please. Please don't leave. Don't leave. Just stick around and then leave immediately after. It doesn't matter. No one cares. No one loves me anymore. I'm unlovable. I am unlovable and unthinkable. I'm an unthinkable, unlovable little worm of a person. There are 3 things in this world that I love, and one of them is sleep, and I gotta get that. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, 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 wah. Anyone have good suggestions? I'll fight you. Okay. I will lose poop. Smiley Nolan. Thank you. That's what I love about you. Nani. Does anyone have any suggestions of some streamers that are on right now? Anyone's... Actually, let's go... What is this? What's dinner with an owl? What the hell does that mean? Oh, this is like an old game or something. Lollipop. Alright. Got a studio audience. Joel Halcyon. Sure. Let me check it out first. Let me see. I want to make sure there's no nudeness. Halcyon. Joel Halcyon. What? I'm not getting that. Why is this working? Joe Halcyon. I was gonna say I literally got. It looks like it's somebody with 8 followers, and it looks like a I don't know, some interesting account. I have no idea. All right, hell yeah, let's go for this person. Sounds good. Everyone have fun here. Go be nice and say that you came from the worms, and tell everybody that I I don't know. I love you all. I'll see you all at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Rad call, everyone. Good night. I came for the worm.